Looks like we got a Wolfpack coming to the ring.
The Wolfpack themselves.
Oh no, I've been robbed. Welcome in, everybody. Episode 142 of Wolfpack Wednesdays. Yes, this is the Jedi Night's Watch with DLO The Collector. And we have Steve from Figures and Fandom back in action tonight. Let me just see here. There's something I have to do. There we go. Okay, now we can roll. Fancy. We got Steve with us tonight. Pour one out, ladies and gentlemen, for Brick Artemis. He is out tonight celebrating the birth of his son, so we will give him a pass for that. But I do think we're gonna have a good time tonight. I'm looking forward to it. If you're in the chat, hit that like button. Let us know you're here by saying hello, and we will say hello back. And before we get too deep into the weeds, too sweet.
Ooh, too friend. Sweet. Come on. Boom.
There you go. How's everybody doing so far? I don't know about you, but I do know about Steve, but I'm ready to drink tonight. Like, man, these weeks are tough. So
says the guy that's moving his whole life away. I mean,
dude, it's tough, man. It is not fun. It took me 4 days just to move my collection. What's it going to be like to move the rest of my house? I don't want to think about it.
4 days is not bad. Like for me, it'd be like 4 months. Like, I don't know. I procrastinate in those kind of situations. He showed us an updated photo where he's at. I mean, there's no way
set up.
Really close. Yeah, he's practically done. He's just
whatever. It was the thing. I think the thing about moving that I was dreading the most. So I think we're getting floors and paint and everything, drywall. So I'm like, well, the basement's the only thing I can move. So we might as well just get this going. So we'll be here for a few weeks yet. But yeah, I just want to get that out of the way. So the only thing left here are light boxes and one riser. So that's it.
Don't forget your light behind you. Still got that.
My what?
Your light behind your background.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? I was like, I should just move that today. I'm like, no, I got to wait till I'm fully set up so I know where to put it. So hey, we got the Jedi Night's Watch light.
He still has his official starter kit for any streamer.
Yeah.
Have one light.
We're going to have new internet at the new place. So hopefully you don't hear me going underwater like typically we do every week. So I'm looking forward to that too. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. But how are you guys? How's the collecting going for you this week? DLO, you still collecting for two?
I mean,
you're collecting for?
Am I? That's a great question.
You ain't collecting for me, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm proud of you. I'm coming back, seeing the light. But I'm still collecting at least. If I'm not collecting for two, I'm definitely collecting for at least one. So, got a couple things in shipping here. So, Captain America just shipped today. Excited. I'll have that by Friday. So got a couple new things from OT Customs. So things are just moving along. I'm just like everybody else, just waiting for my stuff from Sideshow to ship.
That's so weird. But okay, so you didn't get the Captain America from Sideshow, right? Yeah, somewhere else.
Yep.
But Sideshow's been sending out invoices for other figures that have been released since those figures that we're still waiting for. So I don't get it. Like those two figures,
all over the
basically,
place, dude.
Chewie, Beetlejuice, maybe one more.
Dev Taxes and Sideshow just taking their sweet ass time.
I
I don't know what to say. Get on it.
So you got some new OT stuff. So what are you doing with your old OT stuff?
Undecided. I might have doubles. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at doubles. I shouldn't do that. Doubles is such a bad thing to do in this hobby because they're like the first thing to go when you're tired of them. But I don't know. For now, I don't need to sell them, so I'm just gonna enjoy them. You know, and then we'll see how.
They're almost like having gold. Like you don't want to get rid of it too quickly because
sell it.
You might not find it again.
It's like sell it. He's like sell it.
And no offense, it ain't the easiest thing to go straight through OT Customs to order yourself some head sculpts.
No, I'm just glad it's over with. It's a process. It's a process. But yeah, all's good in my side of things over here. Just kind of waiting for something. I'm happy for Brick because, as you guys probably, if you can keep up with the show, Brick has been waiting for his Artisan Spider-Man for the longest time, and I, as a good friend that I am, just happened to pick it up for him because he couldn't get in the queue that day. And dude, it is. I feel so bad. Like, I need to make sure it's taken care of. Like, this is my top priority because this is for somebody else. I want to make sure Bricks is taking order. So like. He's like, dude, did you get any emails yet? I'm like, no, man. Hey, I saw somebody Facebook. I didn't get one, dude. I'm sorry. So I am just super happy for our boy Brick. So shout out to him. I know he couldn't be here today, but he has his Artisan Spider-Man on the way. So congrats.
I wish I had that Batman clip where he said, so that's what that feels like. Because I got to hear you go underwater.
Oh, is that what happened with me right now?
Yeah.
You did first.
Just remember, he's the host. I'm not. So
is this a StreamYard thing?
Probably. It's just scam yard.
I don't know.
Anyways, we got the picture though. So Brick's getting his. He's getting his Spider-Man. I think that was the third one from Sideshow that was taking forever. Another thing that's funny is I looked at our local comic book store in Oshkosh, and they have that one. They have it in stock, that Iron Spider, not the Artisan one, but sculpted. I was like, well, how do they have it, but yet people don't? So weird. Speaking of not buying duplicates, I have another Return of the Jedi Darth Vader coming in, so a duplicate there. And then I'm waiting for my 66 Batman, which should be here tomorrow. Got hooked up from a viewer that really came through, so I do appreciate that. And looking forward to adding that to the collection.
Very
Steve,
cool.
how about you? Anything new on the collecting horizon? Good to see your collection in the background, by the way.
It's a good part of it.
You know, Steve, I was thinking
over here, a little crazy.
I was thinking, Steve, I will have put out numerous tours, packed up my collection, moved my collection, unboxed my collection. We'll do another tour before you have given us an updated tour.
That is correct. It's not ready yet. It's still slowly cooking. What did I get lately? Last week I got J&D Joker in. Purple coat J&D Joker. Had to see what all the fuss was about. And that figure's crazy, man.
Crazy.
Yeah?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's like I don't know what's up with their figures, but in person it's just they just don't photograph well. Like everything that I saw photos, I never really thought it looked very good. There wasn't really any photo that really stuck out of it looking good, but in person, like it is completely different. It's insane. I don't know how they pulled this off in 6 scale. It's
Having
like it looks
said
real.
that,
It looks real.
it ain't worth the price.
It looks
I was gonna say that, but
you pay like is it worth the price? I think you can really only decide that, like if it's worth it to you. I think for me, like honestly,
you're an influencer. You should talk for us.
I think I would say for me, it's worth it to have like that level of a character, like the best version. So for me, it's worth it. The sculpt is insane. Also, it's like individual hair strand rooting, so the hair is like insanely good compared to like how Hot Toys does it, where they glue it on. You can see the individual hair fibers like pushed into the silicone.
How does it compare to InArt?
Oh, it's bad. Like the rooting is better than InArt. The sculpt is just, it's unbeatable because it looks real. It's like it looks like it's on actual skin. Like it's crazy. S tier though.
I'm not sure what he's getting at. Oh,
Whoa.
So if
yeah,
anybody
S
wants
tier.
if anybody needs a Joker,
How did
that's
we not notice how
Anybody needs an
cross-eyed
S
that
tier
was?
in our Joker? Steve's gonna be selling one
yep.
soon.
I am selling the purple coat Joker and artisan Joker if anybody wants that.
Wow.
So I'm
I'll
selling
take that
both of
jail
those.
cell.
I'm keeping the jail cell
I
one.
feel like this is like days.
That one I like. That one I like. I'm gonna keep. Well, I like them all, but I'm gonna keep that one. But yeah, I got that in, and yeah, it's crazy. The eyes are a pain. The magnet wand is so strong. You have to hold one eye down with your finger, like push your finger into the
Batman
eyeball to
collectibles,
move
right?
the other one. So you have to like hold one down to move one eye, and then take the magnet away like a certain direction, because like it'll pull both eyes. Like when I opened up the box, the eyes were cross-eyed because the magnet pen somehow moved the eyes when it was in the box. Like the magnet's that strong. So the eyes are really a pain, but once you get it set up, it's really nice.
Yeah.
And then I ordered I finally bit the bullet on a really good price, like Sideshow Mythos Obi-Wan that had the Kenobi show head sculpt on it.
Oh, I saw that.
Yep. And then I got I got like another really reasonably priced, like another DX26. So I'm gonna do like a body swap and actually finally do a kit bash, which I've wanted to do for a long time, of like a Mythos style Obi-Wan with like the Sideshow outfit on the Hot Toys body with the Hot Toys sculpt. So
there you go.
that's coming.
Yeah, I remember when that
Friday.
Mythos Obi-Wan and the Mythos Boba Fett came out, and actually people really liked them, but
Yeah.
you know, it was obviously the bodies were shit. So you know,
Yeah.
I think with a swap, that could be pretty.
Yep.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, I've seen some like a couple of people who did different swaps. And I think it looks really good if you put the Hot Toys body on it. So I'm just gonna kit bash it and then probably part out the rest of the stuff and just sell it from the Kenobi show thing. But
Nice.
yeah, I'm doing that. And then I still got a ways to go in organizing stuff though. But I've been getting some stuff, and I'm trying to
Your
think if there's
problem
anything.
is you keep just digging a bigger hole. Like you don't have enough time to unbox this stuff, but you keep getting more in. So you're just getting piled up on.
The one problem that I have right now is like I'm at a point where either I separate Star Wars like from over here, because all this is all Star Wars stuff, and I really don't want to do that. I do not want to make any. I want all that to be all my Star Wars stuff. But now, like I pre-ordered the Jazzing tumbler like a couple months ago too, and that really just throws a wrench in everything, you know, because then you really like you're having the same problem. But now I don't have enough space.
Before I bought.
I don't have enough space for all the Marvel and DC stuff like over here. So now I'm probably gonna have to get like a few more cases. So
See, I wish that
Cross-
wasn't your
cross
solution.
that
I wish you could have helped me like figure this out without the solution being buy more cases. I wish there was some other way
That's
of
what you gotta do.
doing this.
But then I'm like capped for space. I have no more room. This like butts up against like the corner over here. It's very like it's tight.
Yeah,
It
didn't
is a
you move
tight
your
fit.
setup before? So did you move it back so you had more room for more cases? Is that what you did?
I moved like my desk was over here.
Yeah.
And then like I swapped it and put my cases here and then my desk over there. And then I ended up swapping it back because it just didn't look right.
Flow?
And the
Flow
space,
for you? Yeah.
the space wasn't I don't know, it didn't optimize the space very well in this little corner of my basement. So I moved it back and but I'm gonna have to add some more stuff. But collection tour, maybe July.
2027.
I'm gonna do one this year. It's gonna happen this year, and what I'll probably end up doing is honestly, when it's ready, I'll probably just film it and just shadow drop it and not tell anybody.
There you go.
I
There you
might
go.
just drop it one day. That's probably gonna be what I'm gonna do, because I don't really want the expectation of like, it's gonna come out on this day and blah blah blah. I'm just gonna do it and not tell anybody and just release it. At some
Fair
point.
enough. Fair enough. Well, it sounds like we all got a lot going on in our lives and our collecting lives, and some good stuff happening. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys tonight, hanging out with you guys in the chat. We have Blade, we have Alien tees, we have Wolverine, and then a lot of Star Wars. We kind of talked, DLO and I talked about the teases last week, but now we actually have the announcement. So we'll dabble in that a little bit too. I want to get Steve's perspective on those figures as well. And then, we're going to talk about what is our realistic thoughts here on May 4th? Like, not like Slave Leia or anything like that. Like, what do we really think we're going to get from Hot Toys for May 4th? Or is this kind of it? So again, we're going to say hi to you guys in the chat. So make sure you're saying hi to us and we will give you a shout. But in the meantime,
Welcome to the fucking show.
Welcome in one and all. We got Dranger 22. My prediction is that they will do more Legends figures, hopefully Cal Kestis, or I'm hoping a Sam Witwer head sculpt for Star Killer. But we can dream. We can dream. We got Neil Horrific. Good evening, Wolfpack. Important family event tonight, so I'll catch you on the replay. Happy May 4th, everyone. We got my father, Django. Good to see you, my friend. Good evening, Wolfpack. May the 4th be with you. And yeah, too sweet. We got Valkyrie Magnus. Good evening to you, my friend. We got Tighter FL. Well, what's up, everyone? May the 4th, right around the corner. OT announcements, Hot Toys. Come on, let's go. We got Bane says, I want a Darth Bane. We'll see. I bet they will do Embo announcements soon. That would be cool as well. We got Mr. Horde in the house. Good evening. I really thought we would have gotten at least one OT announcement for May 4th. Still holding on hope. I have a prediction on that, and it's underwhelming. I'll say that. So we got Brandon Mosley. What's up, Graham? What's up, Brandon? Hello, my friend. Federation Jedi, good evening. Happy Wolfpack Wednesday. May the 4th be with us all. You know, it's crazy because I'm like, man, you guys are already all talking about May the 4th. Isn't that like at least a week away? But I mean, tomorrow's the last day in April, so we're Monday. Vastly moving quickly here. Chris Santos, what's up? How are you today? Hey, Chris, thanks for stopping in. We got Commander Green. Hello there, everyone. Sorry, I haven't caught a stream in a long time. Can't wait to see what else we get for May the 4th. It shall be fun. It shall be fun. We got the Ben Thomas show. What's going on, Ben? Hope you're having a great week. We got Curtis Booth, another friend from up north. What a week. Hope you're doing great. Doing all right. Yeah, hanging in there. We got Arman. Your Malaysian boy is here. What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. We got Doc Pat. What's up? We got Honest Hansel in the house. Too sweet. Having Steve, that's right. We got Steve in the house. Collection obsession. Yeah, can't throw out too many too sweets. Johnny Chronicles, what's up, Graham DLO Steve in chat? Let's do this. Let's go. Yeah, we gotta have Mr. FF in the house before May the 4th. Look into his little crystal ball, and he can tell us what we're all gonna be getting.
Yeah, right.
What a grain of salt.
We got Batman Collectibles. Good evening, Wolfpack and Steve. I think you may have triggered him also with the J&D talk, so that might be
man.
Following up here soon. We got Stacy. Good evening, Wolfpack and fellow collectors. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, hopefully you all are having a good week. Hopefully you're all able to hang out with us for a little bit tonight. You know, escape the real world troubles and just talk about the hobby that we love together. We got Fig Poser. What up? Hello, hello. Jazzy, welcome in, my friend. Brad Cormack. What's going on, dude? We Universal Key. Good evening to you, my friend. The Hammer of God. Always good having this guy in the chat. WTF is the year 2024. What's up, fellas? Don't call it a comeback. This trio has been here for years. Just missing Brick. We are missing Brick, and I hope he's having fun celebrating his son's 9th birthday. Crazy. How time flies.
I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I just texted Brick because I'm like, Brick, did you have a 4th kid? I texted because you said he was out celebrating the birthday, like the birth of his son, and I'm like, wait, did I miss something?
How long have you been gone, Steve?
I'm like, Brick, what's going on? And he's like, oh, I'm just
green for you there.
He said, I'm celebrating my oldest birthday. I was like, oh, I heard birth. I didn't hear celebrating birthday.
I did too. I didn't say nothing.
Like, okay.
Brick.
Well, he's celebrating the birth of his eldest.
Glad we cleared that one up.
Yep.
We got Gio joining us tonight. Good evening to you, my friend. Hello, hello. We got OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. Got to give this guy a shout. Anytime anybody does a collection tour, let alone mostly Star Wars tour, it brings joy to me. So check out. I didn't even know he had a channel, so I found his channel and was able to watch that. So that was quite enjoyable. Love seeing, especially you guys out there. Like, it's hard to put a face or a voice or a collection with the people out there. So anytime I can kind of see what you're all about is really enjoyable too. So appreciate that and welcome in. We got X-Man Supreme. Insane that so many people spend that much money on it. J&D maybe? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure where we are in the chat here.
It is
So,
insane.
but it is insane. I agree.
It is insane.
Django just got Snowspeeder Luke. Still a good figure. Still a good figure. I would love to see X-Wing Luke. How about you guys?
Yes, absolutely. I was just gonna say.
That would be a great May the 4th.
I agree.
reveal.
And you know what? It's
Great one.
It's easy for Hot Toys to do. It's not really much new. I mean, it's.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that considering what they've been making. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, we got a lot of great people here in the chat each and every week. Let's see here. We got AK 1200. No figures worth spending 1,000. But what if it was John McClane from Die Hard? What if it was Mrs. Doubtfire? What if it was Peter Pan, one of a kind? What do you guys think about that? Like, are you more inclined to spend a K if it's like a custom one of a kind, but like a good custom? Like, would you, like, Hot Toys is not making a John McClane. Like, if there's somebody that made one that looked really good,
I
would
mean,
that be worth 1,000?
I mean,
Or
I don't
what
know.
figure would be to you?
Well,
What
I don't really look at this any differently than like, I mean, think about how much money you spent putting into your Batmans. Like, by the time you get a Batman body,
and like thinking about it.
an OT Customs cowl, an OT Customs cape, like you're nearing already, like you're getting closer to that level, and then you do it for multiple. So really, it's like, I feel like that's another, I look at it as you're really just trying to get, like, you're trying to make your figure like the best representation.
Right.
And if you really want that, you're going to end up like, that's the price you're going to get near if you try to achieve that. If you're really trying to make, because no figure is perfect, and really the only way you're going to get it like as close to that is if you get some type of custom thing or something like that. So it really comes down to whether or not that's worth it to you. Batman's like the prime example for that.
No, I was going to say, like, DLO Batman is the one I'll go all out for because Hot Toys doesn't do it justice, and B, it's my favorite superhero, so I gotta have that representation.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's always gonna be Batman. It's gonna be my answer for something like that. But the thing, to Steve's point, which he makes a very good point about that, there is that, you know, putting all that extra money into it to make it that perfect one. But the part he left out was that someone makes a better version, you know, a year, 2-3 years from now, then it's like even more like, did I really just spend $1,000 on John McClane, to use you as an example here? Then I never thought in a million years everybody make, and then Factory Entertainment makes it. I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's taking shots. No, but no, it's one of those things, man, where it's just like I could see the allure of like, hey, this is my person, this is my figure that I've always wanted, etc. I can understand justifying it to yourself to pay the money, right? Because like you only live once, right? But at the same time, it's just like in this hobby, when you think something's not going to be made, and this is something I've learned the hard way over the years, is that it always winds up getting made. Maybe not how you thought or who from, but eventually I'm going to get a Connor McLeod from Highlander, like in the next couple of days. Should be here like any day now. Like, no one has asked for that figure. Right. And then here I am 40 years later in my life, they're making one and it's on the way. You just never know with these things. So it's just like, you always get gun shy pulling the trigger on such a high ticket item, because one day someone is just going to come into the space and be like, hey, we're making this. You want to buy it?
Bob the Goon. Maybe.
I mean, Bob the Goon might actually really happen, which is crazy, right?
Steve, Catwoman, high five. Never thought we'd get that.
Steve, you're getting Bob the Goon?
What?
I probably wouldn't get Bob. I don't think.
Oh, wow. You gotta get Bob the Goon.
Catwoman, though.
Come on.
I mean, I think it really, and like, I don't know. Once you get, you can, when you have multiple figures and stuff like that, you can sell. It's easier when you have another iteration of something that, like this J&D, like I'm selling my Hot Toys Artisan Joker. I'm going to sell my purple coat in our Joker just because like I don't need multiple purple coat Jokers.
Right.
So that like really will pay for it. And probably then some, but does it suck to have to sell two? Yeah, but it takes away the sting a little bit when you have something else you can actually swap. You know, I think that's always a nice thing when you can, you know, put out some of the fire with another figure.
Put out the vibe. Well, I appreciate you guys' feedback on that. And you know what? I said I would never spend that much on a vehicle, and now it's like the floodgates are open. So, never say never.
Now you want a back garage.
Back garage. Batman Collectible says, I beg to differ on J&D. I've got PTSD from them. Dude, I feel so bad for him. What did you wind up doing with that figure, by the way? Let us know.
I think he sold it.
Did he?
I thought he sold it.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, I can see how that happened. Because, like, I'm telling you, that magnet is like, that thing is strong, man.
Strong, huh?
It is
Strong.
crazy. Yeah, Inert has like moving eyes. Like I have the Thorin figure, and their system is like perfect. They both eyes move simultaneously because they're, I'm pretty sure they're connected to each other on the inside of the head, but like you have to get relatively close and then it's like really smooth how you do it. And you can really do it precise. This thing is like when you connect two magnets together and they snap, that's what this thing feels like it's going to do.
The eyeballs right out for Batman.
Yeah, the eyeball. Yeah, it feels like the eyeballs are like when you move it and you move it really, really slow, the eye will just like all of a sudden just like spin and like go crazy. It's very, you have to like really be precise with how you're holding it and putting it up to the eye. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, that's the most annoying thing.
Got it. All right. Well, we got Striker 47. How's it going, everyone? Pre-order 2 Snow Troopers, Darth Maul, hoping we soon get that AT driver for May the 4th. Little spoiler. That's my OT announcement. It's going to be that AT driver. That's it. It's probably going to be it for OT. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
It's not even real OT too. It's going to be
Brandon. I know, right?
Brandon. So
we'll
use
see,
your
though.
imagination.
I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Because there is still so much they could do. Or even 2.0 at this point. We'll talk about it. Let's see. We got Austin Collects. Collection tour soon. Steve, the last 2 years. Well, soon is it's a very relative word. I mean, that could mean a lot of things.
This is why it will be shadow dropped. Because people are already keeping their seats.
I got Valkyrie going on that Slave Leia talk already. Oh boy. Okay, so we got OG Fan celebrating 15 months of being a channel member. I appreciate you, my friend. Welcome to the Fracking Show. We need more OT. We really do. Us old heads. I'm one of the younger old heads, but we definitely need OT. Don't forget about us, Hot Toys. Come on. How have they not made the bounty hunters? I mean, I do appreciate what Sideshow is doing, at least. Like, say what you want about the quality of their figures, but at least they're doing, giving us some representation of Star Wars. DLO, did you buy any of those? You got one, right? The Devil Man. What's his name?
I did. I wound up selling it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't go through it.
You're like, I can't.
Talking about Labria?
Couldn't.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
I forgot to open mine, so it's definitely beyond 30 days, so I hope nothing's wrong with it. I don't know if I told you guys this, like I opened up like Panda Baba and his base was just not in the box.
Wow.
Just no base. Just no base. No base, no crotch grabber. And I'm like, I messaged Sideshow, like, you guys, like, there's no base in the box.
And then they pulled that question. Well, prove it.
Yeah.
Send us a picture. Oh man. Yep. Oh, Crimson Collectibles. I hope we get General Veers high all from Chester, England. Man, it's got to be late over there, or maybe early.
Veers would be dope. Sure. I like that.
Love the mall picture, by the way. That's pretty fire. May the 4th Artisan Acolyte. I'm calling it. Jazzy, how do you even know what Acolyte is? Come on. You shouldn't be watching that trash. JB Joker, Aunt Beru, and Uncle Owen crispy editions for May the 4th. Interesting. We got Kevin in the house. What's up, Wolfpack? Welcome in, Kevin. We have the real Mike Litteris. Hi there, Mike. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great week. Let's see here. We're getting there. We got a $5 super chat from OG Star Wars fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. Thanks for the kind words. No, I appreciate the video. And you know what? I actually loved his one-liners that he put in there too. Like, to me, his love for Star Wars and just, what he's passionate about just really comes through. Like, I like the authenticity of the video, and it was just really fun kind of feeling invited into your collection room. So people out there, you don't necessarily need to start a YouTube channel, but post more videos of your collection. I want to see those things, or send them to me and I'll share them on here. So, OG fan, appreciate you, buddy. Let's see here.
Remember, you are my number one guy.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Always creeps me out.
And then there's like, yes, sir. We have SG Collectibles. Hello and happy Wednesday. 1K for perfect Jack Nicholson Joker in a heartbeat. You're on to something there. Dude, actually, this reminds me. Problem with one of my Jacks, my Jokers today. I was getting him onto the shelf. And his ankle where it pegs in cracked. So the shoe is barely into the peg. So you move him and it pretty much wants to fall off. So I could have cried, but I got him standing, but very unfortunate. So there's that. Just thought I'd share that sad news with you guys. It was really a bummer. I didn't do anything to it either. Just kind of cracked. So
Just found it that way. Sure.
I found it that way.
Yeah.
Um,
Such photos of brown boxes of figures being shipped out to another house. Another story for another day.
let's see. Ooh, Man of War. XO Man of War would be one of one because I'm the only weirdo who wants one. I have my issues with J&D, but Steve, but I don't knock anyone spending their money on what they want. I spent $500 on Jack Joker custom sculpt. It's just
Custom
a
sculpts are
sculpt.
no joke.
Yeah, those one of a kinds. It's
That's what I mean. Like
whatever
if you want the
somebody's willing to
best
pay.
looking version of what the character, you're gonna have to get a custom sculpt.
Right. Jazzy says use the Enart magnetic stick for that J&D eyes.
I'm gonna try that.
Horde says, Graham, would you buy AT-AT driver for your OT collection, even if it's released under Mando collection? I would, as long as it looks, like the Snow Trooper, where it's like basically the same thing. I would, just to have that representation in there. Although it's really not needed, but I'm to the point with Star Wars where I'm starting to buy duplicates because I'm bored. So, I probably would. Yeah.
So question. So, I mean, clearly you're holding on to this OT only thing of yours here. Do you feel like there's a chance? I'm not trying to persuade you.
All right.
But do you just feel like there's a chance that you can expand into more Star Wars besides just the OT again? Is there
room? I have no room.
There's always room, Graham. There's always room.
He's
You'll find it.
He's done for.
Never say never, but right now that's kind of just what I want the focus to be. There's nothing to me in Star Wars that just means what the OT means. Like I enjoy. I mean, Mando would be like maybe the only thing because I did keep my Mando. I do have my Mando, but I don't know. OT is just kind of where it's at for me.
Sorry, so let me give you a scenario here, just because it's May the 4th week for us, so to speak here. So let's kind of put a scenario. Mando Grogu movie pops up, right?
Yes.
Big surprise out of nowhere. We get Han, we get Leia, we get the old team show up in the Mandalorian movie, just like we had Luke in season 2. Does that, and Hot Toys, of course, jumps on it. They're going to make figures for all these figures. Do you think, you know what? I think you're full of it. I think you're full of it because I know like that is like really
It's like old man indie. It's like old man indie. Like I don't want anything to do with it. It's kind of like Blade we're going to talk about here in a little bit. Like
it's not old man Indy. That's far different. I mean, this is still Prime Solo and Leia.
Oh, I see what. Yeah, you're right. But so they'd have to obviously CGI him and all that stuff. Like, but I don't know. It's tough. I guess I can't say yes or no at that point. But
this man's gonna buy a Bo-Katan. He's gonna buy a Bo-Katan. Costumes, everything from the Mando show after that. I just know this man too well. It's just like it's getting
maybe that's why I'm extra grumpy with Hot Toys lately is because A, they don't give us anything OT, but then B, I don't want to collect that stuff, so I need to be angry in order to stay away from it.
Is all your Mando gone? Like Chrome Mando? Or no? Do you still have Durasteel?
I have Durasteel with the chrome parts. Yeah,
I'm shocked you have that figure still.
I still love Mando, and
So what other Mando do you have?
that's it.
Oh, it's just Mando. Just
Yeah, he's
Durasteel
just hanging out
Mando.
with the dewback.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah,
I think that's
dewback,
cool.
Tusken Raider.
Mando's such an underrated. It sucks that the value of Mando line just like tank because Mando's like it's honestly one of my favorite lines. I got so many cool
Same.
figures for that line.
Same.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
But I think like, and maybe this will change years down the road with nostalgia. But like, I don't know. OT is just the only thing right now that I feel like I need to hold on to. I don't know.
and didn't you like? Because didn't you collect prequels at a time and got out of them and then ended up
I
getting
got
back
out.
into them
I got
again?
out before I was all the way in. Like I had Revenge of the
Uh-huh.
Sith, Obi-Wan. I did have Dark Side Anakin, and
You had
then
Maul?
I had like a
Yeah.
I had Maul and
You
a
had the
couple
1.0
troopers.
Maul, right?
Yeah,
The
I had
Sideshow, right?
1.0. No, I had the Hot Toys.
Oh, yeah, that's not,
Yeah, and then you
got.
kind of got out, and then you got back in once you got like the Ahsoka figures.
The problem is just space. Like you're always trying to balance or manage your space. And with all this other stuff coming out, you're like, well, I should probably not collect that so I can have this other stuff too. And part of it honestly is when you watch shit, you're like, yeah, I need to really focus on that. Like, like the Batman, I just watched that. I'm like, yeah, that's a really good movie. I need to really focus on the Batman and get what I can get. And then you're like, a year down the road, you haven't watched it for a year. You're like, oh, I need to focus on this. And I'm kind of like a dog that just chases cars. And I'm trying to figure it out along the way. I'm trying to figure it out. And I think I've come a long way, but yeah, by no means. The problem is too, is you behave so well for like 4 months.
Right.
And then you buy something and then it opens everything back up again. You're just like, damn it. Like I'm like an addict. I guess that would be like what an addict is, right?
It's called the relapse, Graham. That's
Yeah,
the word
it's
for
pretty
it.
much a relapse. So I'm
First
2
step is
vehicles
admitting
in.
You're doing great. Keep up, man.
Yeah, I'm 2 vehicles
sharing
in this
through.
month with a third one really on my mind where I have no space, no money, but second guessing the Ghostbusters if I get one of these vehicles. I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of change for that. But I'm kind of nervous for this man. Like if this Mando movie really hits, that's when I will be like, I'll probably justify adding stuff in. And it just goes with the.
It's hype too. You're all hyped up
Yeah.
from it. So
And it's just it goes with the Mando figures you already have. You just keep
Exactly.
it with the season. You just let it flow right across all my Mando stuff is right here on the bottom. And it like I have some room for more Mando stuff if I want to add in some things. So might happen if this movie really hits. I'm probably gonna want some of this stuff.
But the nice thing is though, like you said, it's really not worth much. So if I ever do change my mind, it'd almost be like getting back into Marvel or something like that. Like it's not gonna break the
point, you can
bank
always
just
come
to
back.
get back
Yeah.
into the line. So
Mando's so good, man.
I think I'm a little salty too on season 3. And I'm kind of over Grogu and Pedro Pat. Like I'm
But
kind
you
of
can't let that
over it.
ruin like season 3 wasn't horrible, but you can't
Oh,
let
no,
that.
buddy. Hold on.
It had
But-
no direction.
But you
Like,
can't
it's
let
bad.
you can't let season 3 ruin everything from 1 and 2 though.
No, I mean
That's
I'll
not-
go back
that's
and
not
watch
fair.
something from 1 and 2, but at the
Hopefully
same
the
time,
movie will make it recover. Yeah, I mean season
I don't need to
3
collect it.
wasn't like obviously didn't hit as much as 1 and 2, and they made some really odd
Yeah.
choices. But I wouldn't say like season 3 ruined Mando like the Mando line for me by any means.
Book of
Well, I
Boba
think-
did some pretty bad damage, though.
Oh.
I will say.
Boba the
did some
Boob.
interesting
That was
things.
rough.
the other
Yeah.
thing too is Star Wars in
Like a
itself
banta.
is
Like
enough
that?
Cabanta.
Like a
to
bunch.
drive somebody crazy. Like Star Wars, you could go so many different directions. Like for me, it almost just helps keep me on track saying, hey, you're just going to do OT because there's so many avenues you could go down. And I do want to collect other stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I just got to stick to one. And then that way I can focus on other stuff too. Marvel, for the most part, I'm like, I'm done on Marvel. It's really just the Avengers. So if there's ever 2.0s, maybe we'll replace a figure. But I think 2026, thanks to InArt, is kind of like the year of DC for me. I don't know about you, DLO.
Hell yeah,
you're,
baby.
You're still kind of pulling from all directions, but I feel like this year for me is a lot of DC on the pre-order list.
Yeah, I mean this year DC is on a rebuild. I mean, when I did my tour, I mean, like I didn't have much in there on the DC side of things here, just because I need my cases to come in, which are still haven't gotten here yet. But in my video, I was just like, yeah, like this is like only the beginning of it here, because I'm honestly rebuilding it. I got rid of all my old stuff and just said like, dude, I got Inner Catwoman on the way. I've got Scarecrow from Hot Toys coming in. I mean, there's a big push for more DC and really good DC stuff. It's not like they're like, here's a reissue. It's the same figure, only, you know, with a different base. No, they're actually making really good stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
like it's going to be, for me personally, my journey this year, it's going to be DC is going to be a huge focus point. But I'm still grabbing where I can, like kind of like you, like Marvel's kind of like you grab one to replace one sort of thing, and you just kind of like stay in your lane, so to speak.
Yep.
Star Wars is always the wild card for me though, because there's always just like a thing where like, okay, I think I have an idea where I'm going with my Star Wars collection, but then they throw out something ridiculous. I'm like, oh man.
And you surprised me too, because you're like, I need it. I'm like, oh, I didn't think you were gonna get that one, but
Yeah, like we were talking about something in chat, and then like Steve was kind of explaining something. I was like, well, now that I know this, I need this now. You know, and you guys were like, I would be this year. I was like, I might need this now. So it's tough, man. It's tough out there, because like there's always good stuff around the horizon. So it's just like you never know. But a thing like Mando, I was thinking about this while we were kind of chatting about like the actual show itself and talking about how the figures aren't worth much. I think like honestly, just me as a collector, I think because we were overwhelmed with so much stuff that we got from the Mando line, that it almost soured my feelings about the show itself. You know, I don't know if I'm the only person that feels that way, but I feel like, you know, after I was over my 5th Grogu in my box for my random figure, I was just like, man, I'm kind of sick of Mando, period. Like, I don't even watch the show. Oh, bad season. Perfect excuse. I don't need to collect any more Mando stuff. I feel like some people took that out. I know I did.
yeah, that's fair. Very fair. And like I said, I am sick of Grogu. So, like, and I feel like we thought the armor would have been fleshed out in season 3. Grogu would have been fleshed out a little bit more, and none of that really happened. Like when they were on Mandalore, I thought that was a great episode, and then they left, and then that was like that was just like one episode.
Like, okay.
I was like, okay, let's
go hang out with Jack.
That'll get fleshed out more. That'll get fleshed
no
out more
reason
like
whatsoever.
in the future. But yeah, Ahsoka season 2 will hopefully flesh a lot of that stuff out. But we'll see.
Yeah. No, and I do enjoy it. Like I enjoyed Ahsoka and I enjoyed Mando, and you know I do like the prequels other than Attack of the Clones. But I don't know. I just gotta stay in a lane. So you know, you would think collecting OT, I'd be like, all right, it's gonna help me slow down. But unfortunately, I just find something else to spend my money on. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like
Dogs chasing cars.
I can't.
Dogs chasing cars.
It would be. It's so hard to not get any prequel stuff, man.
It is. I mean,
I would struggle.
I love Darth Maul. Like it ain't easy.
So
I'm not
good.
gonna tell you that. Like maybe that's why I'm trying to hate on stuff a little bit more. Who knows?
Trying to build up hate that you don't really
Just
have.
keep
in your
being a
heart
hater.
Let the hate flow through you.
Just go watch
Makes
Attack
sense.
of the Clones for yourself, and then not want any prequel stuff, I guess.
I just want to come back to this conversation after you see Mando and Grogu, see if you still feel the same.
Yeah,
way.
I mean, it will
Like,
be
that's-
interesting.
That'll be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
For a lot of us, actually.
You know
And I
what's
do hope
interesting
that
too?
movie is good, but I do have my reservations as well.
It's also interesting, like you did the opposite when it was like for Dune, because like you watched Dune and then like you were like, no, I'm not getting Paul Atreides, and then way later down the road you're like, oh, I got Paul.
Well, that was
Just
that
out
was
of
a deal I
nowhere.
couldn't turn down. No,
Just
so.
out of nowhere. So it was like
And
you
I'll never
resist.
get rid of
Sometimes
that
I feel
figure
like
just
sometimes
because of Rick now. I will never get rid of that figure.
I feel like sometimes you resist, but I feel like we all kind of do that we can all do that to a
You
point.
pick your battles, right? Like
Yeah, you hit a
win
you hit a
some, you lose
threshold for
some.
certain things. Yeah. It's fun.
I think I lose most, but that's okay. We'll keep moving along here. Really good conversation so far. The Stadlers we have in the house. Good evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, Bosk would be cool. There's just so much they could do.
Great.
Hoth stuff. Again, 2.0s. Gamorrean Guard. Bunch of stuff. And you know what? Speaking of that too, is why I was so confident kind of in buying like that Jabba the Hutt. Like I don't see any way Hot Toys is doing that figure anytime soon. Like, do you? Especially with Sideshow re-releasing it. I just don't think Hot Toys is gonna mess around with that.
Probably not. And also, I don't know. I honestly don't know if it would be to scale. I don't know if they'd do it as good as Sideshow, because the Sideshow one's Polystone, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna get like, I don't know. I feel like I don't really know how much better they can make it.
So good.
They'd
D'Lo,
have
I
to do
wish
like
you would
true
get
to
that
scale.
figure.
They'd have to do true to scale, and then they'd have to make it basically like out of the same material, probably as like the dewback is probably what they would end up doing. I don't know, man. That Sideshow one comes with so much stuff with like all the throne accessories and all that. I don't know if they would necessarily top it. And they just reissued
Did you
it.
order that, Steve?
I didn't, because the price is so high. I'm waiting for it to go in stock,
But
so
you'll
then I
buy a
can use
G&D
like
Joker.
15. So then I can use 15% off once it goes in stock. Gotcha. I will not buy that. I will not pre-order that. They also jack the price up so high, but yeah, that'll have to be I'll have to get that
All their
at
stuff,
the right
you know,
time.
like the Han and Carbonite used to be like 220. Now I
Yeah.
think it's over 255.
That's going to be a
I think.
nasty tariff fee for that thing too if it has one.
Oh yeah.
It's 11.
Heck
What,
yeah,
what
it
was
is.
it? Over $1,000. Like that's going to be, and the
Yeah.
shipping on that thing, like it's just. I'll wait.
It's
I'll
gonna
wait.
hurt, but it's still one of my favorite pieces.
I'll wait. But with them reissuing it, I don't see why Hot Toys would touch it. I think like the dewback was the example of like, yeah, Sideshow didn't reissue that, and then Hot Toys was able to, do it. So I don't know. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but I don't know if Hot Toys would necessarily do that.
Right.
I mean, there's examples of Sideshow and Hot Toys doing the same thing every now and then. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where like handshake agreement, we do it first. You got to wait a few more years afterwards,
Sure.
and then you can take a crack at it after we've got it in our think of Grievous,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So you never
Sideshow
know.
probably just said, you know what, our figure is trash. Go ahead and do it. we give up.
Oh my gosh, that was a terrible figure.
Yeah,
I'll never
that's-
forget. Mine came just like as soon as I grabbed the
That's
arm,
bad.
it fell off.
Yeah, that's bad.
So
Do you guys
bad,
think?
man.
Do you think Sideshow, like, they've really focused on kind of the background characters? But do you think they'll do more like new stuff like in the future? But I don't know. I'm trying to think what they could do. Like,
I think the one thing that they will probably revisit eventually is like the Empire Strikes Back bounty hunters. If Hot Toys doesn't do those, I think they'll do like Zuckuss, Forlom, Dengar. Those would be awesome. I really hope, like, I don't really care who does it. If Sideshow does it, I would still get those. But those are like, I feel like pretty high on my list of what I would want them to redo. Or like the obviously like the Gamorrean Guard, like just the ones that they've already done. If they redo them, fine. But those are the ones that come to mind as far as like what they would probably do is stuff that they've done in the past, older stuff already, and just revamping it, kind of like they've done with the Scum and Villainy stuff.
how much of the Scum and Villainy did you get recently of that line?
I only have Greedo, Ponda Baba, and then I got Beto, limited 100, baby. The most limited figure in my collection is Beto. Yep.
That's
got
how
that
they
one.
get you, folks.
Got that one
How they get you.
with the vest.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have Labria, but I didn't open it yet. There's another limited one I pre-ordered. Because you're like, those are gone. Like when they're gone, they're like D'Lo knows because he sold one. Like, and they fetch a pretty penny. If you decide you don't want it later, like you're gonna get your money back and then some if you really don't want it. So if it's a limited Scum and Villainy, I'll probably just pick it up anyways. And then yeah, but otherwise I'm probably gonna just wait until inevitably like a couple of these other ones are discounted. Like I don't have Bib Fortuna or any like Bib Fortuna and Spaghetti Rook I don't have yet. Like
Actually,
those,
Bib Fortuna is pretty good. Flimsy
and
body,
I've already
but
seen Bib Fortuna go for like $200 on BSTs lately because it's already dropping down. So
it's a good
we'll
one.
see.
But if you don't have Java, I
Yes.
don't think you need that one either. Yeah, Gamorrean Guards would be amazing if Hot Toys did them, or even if Sideshow just re-released theirs. What's so funny, D'Lo?
Just having a good time, man.
You're not drinking. We got Chris Collins says D'Lo just got my Connor McLeod from Iconic. Love it.
Can't wait.
Hang figures from the ceiling like they're flying. You know, I thought about that with the Batwing, and then I just couldn't pay the price. The problem with Mando is we have as many Mandos as we have Batmans. It feels like.
That's true. That's true. I think it's the fatigue, man. That's what I was talking about before. I think there's so much fatigue from so many Like,
Yeah. We got high-end figures. Hello, fellas. Welcome in. Let's see. We got Adric23. Hello, boys. Too sweet. Celebrating 31 months as a channel member. That is amazing. I appreciate the support, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We got the new Appellees. I got out of Star Wars because there's just too many figures, potential figures. I have in-art figs on pre-order currently. I get that too. I mean, it's overwhelming, and that's why I'm trying to stay on one avenue. So I get that too. What the hell? They just need to harvest Grogu for his blood and move on.
just be done with it already.
I agree though. Like, just, let's figure it out here. What's
This
going
is like,
on?
no, we must
Never
Well, the
gonna
problem
happen.
too is he grows or matures so slowly. Like, how are you going to really develop his character? You know?
Oh, you guys underestimate. This is like, that is like Disney's golden child. They are not gonna let Grogu go anytime soon. And also, then you can take that and, like, he's so young that you can do anything. You can say, oh, we're gonna make him 500 years old and push it way in the future. And this is where Grogu's at now, and this is what Star Wars is. Like, they're not, Grogu is their, that's why they brought him back in Book of
He's
Boba
a
Fett.
bitchy teen
Like,
now.
the plan I don't think was to bring him back to Mando like that. I thought they were gonna let him go and fly free, and then Disney was like, nope, making too much money for us, selling all this Grogu merch and toys.
Well, that's
bring
what
him
it's all
back.
about, right? It's the
Yep.
merch.
So they're never gonna,
What if
they're not gonna move
Kylo
on
Ren
from Grogu.
kills Grogu. And do you like the sequel, the new trilogy now because of that fact? Choose
They're gonna
Grogu
keep, they're
or
gonna
Kylo
keep
Ren.
Grogu going. Grogu's gonna be inevitable for the next 2
Grogu it
decades.
is.
Good God, man.
Grogu it is. My wife scored a Jabba for 500 complete. Is it the new one? Is it that newer one or that first edition? The new one is just so much better. I'm hoping for Admiral Akbar and training Luke with
choice.
Yoda back. I know Brick is really hoping for that Luke as well. I mean, I am too. I'm sure these guys are too. That would be great. You know, we could use an updated Empire Strikes Back Luke Yoda. So having him paired with Luke would be amazing. I could see Sideshow doing like an Admiral Akbar at some point, you know, kind of like a background character, small part. I would consider that one. So okay, we got Moose Dream in the house. What's going on, Moose? Welcome into the show. We got Big Rib, welcome in, and also becoming a channel member. Thanks for taking the plunge and supporting the channel, keeping the lights on. I appreciate it. And I think we are caught up. Good conversations from you guys in the chat. Do appreciate it. Let's jump in. We'll get back to Star Wars, so don't worry about that. But let's jump into Old Man Blade. So he is finally released. I actually forgot all about this figure. I know Devo didn't because he wants this one or did want it. We're going to get his thoughts here in just a second. But for me, this kind of reminds me of like Old Man Indy. It's just not the version I would want in my collection. But D'Lo, you feel differently, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Wesley Snipes, guys. This is
Wesley Pipes.
This is the OG Godfather of Marvel, dude. This is before there was a Tony Stark Iron Man MCU. There was Blade. If it wasn't for Blade, we'd have none of this stuff here. So to see him come back in this movie was quite a surprise. But once I saw him, I was like, we're gonna get a figure of this guy, and I'm probably gonna get this guy. So I grew up with Wesley Snipes. He was awesome. He was great in this movie here, funny as hell. But the figure itself, I don't know if I like it as much as I liked it when I first saw it. To be honest with you, like for me, it's just like that neck. I can't, like, it just is bothering the hell out of me.
Which neck? This neck?
Yeah, that neck. I mean, yeah,
He's just
you know, just like I don't know. Like maybe this is just me kind of just complaining for saying something, but I like that neck is too long and it just feels like that head just is floating in space. I just don't like that. the materials, the suit, it looks good. I mean, it looks exactly how it looked in the movie, and it looks exactly like the Pro. So that's, but I just feel like this neck is really annoying the crap out of me here for some reason. It just feels way too long for the body. But damn, dude, I can't argue and say this thing doesn't have presence though. Like, look at these simple poses like that there. I mean, it looks damn good. I mean, the guns are magnetic to the holsters on the legs itself there. The machete also to the back. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff on this figure over here. So I don't know, man. For me, it's just like the other thing too is like I saw the So Toys one in person recently. Have you guys seen that one? The So Toys Blade Trinity one? So a buddy of mine picked it up locally and I got to see it the other day. Like the head sculpt is okay, but the rest of the figure looks damn good. And I'm saying to myself, like, when this was announced, like, I was all in. Like, it's a must-have. But, like, now I feel like the more releases that we've gotten, I feel like there's a strong possibility that we can get, like, original Blade 1 or Blade 2 possibly from Hot Toys. You know, I mean, look at how we had, like, you remember we had Indiana Jones, and the last movie was the last fun one we had to go by, and some people were thinking about really getting it. And then 6 months ago, we got Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones announced. You know what I mean? So like a figure like this, like, yes, great movie, great figure. But maybe not the one that you want necessarily in your collection. Like if you're not a crazy Blade fan, you really only need one. Do you get this one or do you wait for the OG?
I wait.
Now it may never come. It may never show up. This might be the only one we ever get. Doubtful these days, you know, there's a possibility you'll wait a long time to get it. But like for me, it's just like, I think I can get this one on discount if I'm wrong and I change my mind. So I'm not interested in picking up right now in the second. But I also wouldn't be surprised tomorrow they announce the Blade that I do want.
Right.
So
I gotta go to Horde's comment here. It's kind of two figures in one. In 3 years, it turns into battle damage version when the entire suit disintegrates.
Cheap shot, Horde. Cheap shot. Probably though.
I do wish Hot Toys would use some higher quality materials because it is a pain. I noticed on my A New Hope Chewie, the bandolier is pretty much disintegrating. That's unfortunate.
Yikes.
There's been only one Blade, and there will only be one Blade figure. Damn. He's not the one we want, but he's the one that we need. Steve, how many of these are you getting?
This is
2?
not a figure that I'm getting. I think they just really dropped the ball on not doing all 4 of the Resistance. That's the one thing I'm really still like perplexed. It's just like the Guardians line we talk about, like the thing we talk about constantly, them not completing lines. But like this movie was a massive success. Like this was what the highest grossing rated R movie of all time. Isn't that what this movie was? I think
it is. No, it is.
Yeah.
How do you not capitalize on that and just do like all of the whole entire Resistance? Like you teased it. This movie was a massive hit. And you still didn't do like Elektra and Gambit. And I know the main thing everybody says is like, well, they're just going to do Gambit for Doomsday. Yeah, but this was like, I would be more inclined to pick this up if I could get the whole group of the Resistance, because that's what the whole movie was, or like that's like they were all in the movie. And I really enjoyed this movie, but I don't really feel like I need this just as like a standalone. And yeah, if it was like OG Blade, I would more strongly consider. That would be like, this isn't a character that I necessarily care like a ton about. If it was OG Blade, I would probably more so be interested in that. But yeah, it's just not something I'm gonna get. But like I said, I'm more just perplexed as to why Hot Toys make some of these decisions when they could have just like, especially like when you're teasing stuff and then you don't do it. It's just very odd.
Where's my back computers? Huh?
Yeah, it's just, and like I said, and those seemed like simple. Like you already have the prototypes, you're teasing the pictures of them.
Right.
So I don't know if like, who knows, maybe it's a licensing thing or whatever, but it's just like a lot of people wanted Gambit, and I'm sure there are people out there who wanted Elektra as well, but it's just like, man, it's just a big missed opportunity. that those didn't happen for this movie when this movie was such a huge hit. So that's the bummer. So I don't know. I think like sadly this is one that's gonna just be like a came and went figure for a lot of people and not really gonna be one that's talked about much just because like they didn't flesh out the line. I really wish they would have done that. But overall the figure looks cool. I agree with the material thing. Yeah, it's just the materials just, man, it just sucks like that you have to risk damaging something to pose it. Another tale as old as time. But overall it's still pretty cool if you're a huge Blade fan. It's cool. It's still got like a good, I think it turned out like relatively well overall. Like I feel like they captured the look pretty well. I didn't notice the neck thing.
I didn't either.
Bothering the hell out of me. Yeah, it's really bothering me.
But I think overall it still looks like a decent figure. I think it still turned out well. Just not something I'm interested in getting at this point.
It definitely turned out good. And I can understand why people like DLO or Blade fans would want to get at least some sort of representation in their collection. I have yet to still see Blade, so I need to
you serious?
Figure that out on a rainy day. Maybe when I'm all moved in.
Don't do that. You're gonna end up buying this figure.
No, I'm not gonna buy this
So I
figure.
bought Blade.
Look how old he looks. I don't want senior citizen
You
Blade.
sound so ageist. You're like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I want
that.
I want my superhero in prime form. I held off on Indiana Jones because I'm like, why do I want Grandpa Jones in my? I want the strong young superhero
I
that
think it's totally fair.
saved the day. I don't need.
Absolutely.
It's funny. It's just funny.
I don't need
think
old
about it,
man
though, like,
Blade.
It's true.
Dude, we have Old Man Blade, which I think he's fine. I think he's a really good figure. But like you have Old Man Blade, you have Old Man Indy. Don't forget we got Old Man James Bond, our first James Bond, and we got the old version of him.
Yeah.
Like it's not the ones we want, man.
No, exactly. Like, I mean, it's a struggle because, well, the problem too is maybe not this movie in general, but this wasn't a Blade movie either, right? This was a Deadpool versus Wolverine, but like Indiana Jones, it was his movie, and it felt like more of like this is a real reach. Like we're just trying to kind of keep this thing going and make some more money. Like this is a little bit different, so I could see, but again, they didn't finish the line, so kind of take some of the wind out of the sail there too. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't feel the same as when you see, Blade. Like everybody loves the Blade movies, but this isn't it. Chris says, "Hey, I'm 57. Stop it, huh?" No, I do not practice ageism here. It's just
you guys like Grandpa Jones.
You get what I'm saying, Grandpa Jones.
It's just funny.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Medical.
Oh boy.
The Hot Toy Senior Center. Yeah.
There you go.
But it does give you hope, with what happened with Indy. Maybe if enough people are showing interest, they will do. They'll do Blade in his prime. We'll see. But yeah, it is unfortunate though with the pleather. Like it is scary. There are some figures.
This is cool.
So, will a fully pleather figure determine if you get the figure or not, or like will it cross your mind? But if you really want the figure, you'll just deal with it. Like, where do you guys stand on like the pleather materials? And is there like, do you have a line that you won't cross? Like, I'm not doing full top and bottom pleather, or do you say, look, I just need the figure. Whatever happens, happens. Where do you guys stand with the pleather materials? I know we'd all like leather, but.
Maybe it's just been my luck though when it comes to pleather. I know that's a hot topic in the community over here, but I had tons of figures that are maybe 8 or 9 years old that have pleather still holding up pretty well. Like I know you see some of the photos, but I don't know, maybe just personally, I have, knock on wood, I've just been lucky and haven't had that big of an issue with pleather. Don't get me wrong, I've had a couple of moments, but I don't know. Is everybody taking care of their figures? Is anybody like actually, putting down some stuff on it to make it last? I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I feel like.
Do you actually like do the 303, whatever that is, the 303?
Yeah, I've done it. Mm-hmm.
You've done it, but do you do
I've
it
done
like?
it, yeah. I do it on almost all my figures. Yeah, I mean, I don't really
Like
talk
every
about
6 months or just once or?
I once. That's it.
Okay.
Once and it's fine. You know. But I mean, everybody's gonna be a little different. I mean, I live in Florida, right? So it gets hot and humid. So, you know, I take precautions. I have little mini thermostats in my display just so I know how much humidity is in there and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you take care of it, it takes care of itself. But I don't know. I don't buy into it like it's every figure's going to disintegrate after like 2 months. Like I haven't had that experience.
Fair enough. How about you, Steve?
I've never had a figure that, I guess, like,
Vader?
I've never had one that just I've never had like the disintegration issue. I really think the main thing with the pleather is like, yeah, like DLO mentioned, like you have to have the climate control. If you're leaving your figure out and you don't have like, if you don't have it in like a case or it's in direct sunlight or you're in an area where the temperature fluctuates a lot with the moisture, you're going to have problems because you're just exposing it to the different extremes. I don't have that issue. The only issue, and the main issue that I have is just when you know that the limitation in the pleather, it's not so much that it's going to get like peeling and disintegrate, which sometimes it can, I guess, but like it limits the posing. Like you are going to inherently permanently crease and damage certain aspects of the material if you want to do any type of dynamic pose. So a lot of the stuff that has pleather, I just keep in like simple museum pose. That's really my way around it. So to answer your question about like, if it's a figure that I really want and it's a lot of pleather, I'm still going to get it. I'll just be super careful not to, you know, put it into any crazy pose like Vader. Like the Vader suits are a perfect example of that. Like you just can't do anything crazy. But yeah, and like not have a ton of like just crazy like wrinkles. Another figure that I did get damaged, like Infinity War Thor, that thing got like damaged just from barely having the leg bent on one that I had. Yeah, so it's just like you just got to be really careful. And like I said, I think it's more overblown. The main thing is really the climate control thing and extreme posing are the two really big things. But otherwise, like, yeah, I have like Anakin tunics are the one thing that come to mind. I have never had an issue with one of those just simply like existing as a pleather piece. I haven't really had anything just all of a sudden like over time just like degrade. I haven't had that issue for any figure, for any figure, for any material where like I look and see the material is actually like degrading over time. I haven't had it. And I don't treat my stuff with anything. I don't like, yeah, I don't put it, I haven't ever done like the, whatever the protectant wipes and stuff. I've never done that, but yeah, I know a lot of people do that for like as a precaution thing, but yeah, I've never done that and I've never really had any issues. So
yeah, I think what's worse is actually more like those like superhero suits, those materials that they use for those, they're like, you know, the Spider-Mans of the world. Because the thing is, like, you hit it, like a thing that will affect them more than anything else is how you pose it. Because if you bend an arm or a knee or something like that, and those pieces of the material fuse together when you try to pull it back there after a while, like that's more common. That's way more. That they should do better stuff with that more. But pleather, it's not great, but it's not the worst material in the world either. You know, as long as if you treat it a little bit, it'll last a lot longer than you probably would expect it to. But yeah, that other stuff that they use, like those glued on materials that they put in these like superhero suits, and that's the stuff that you got to be careful with.
Sure.
So yeah, and
so
I think too,
those
like
poses, like rotate those poses out more often. Like that's going to be a bigger issue than pleather would be.
Yeah, that was my main issue with like the Spider-Man figures. You cannot leave them in very long and they're going to get creased. And some people are like, I don't care about that, whatever. I just want to pose my figures, which is fine. Also, like, I think I'm curious to see what happens like longer term with this leather stuff that they're doing, because I'm not confident that they're using high quality leather. I think like they all just say genuine leather, which is like the cheapest leather you can get. So I don't know how much better it's really going to end up being like long term when it comes to that. But I don't know necessarily that's going to be like a huge issue for you if you take care of your, you know, take care of your stuff and, like I said, climate control all your stuff and
right. Good feedback, boys. Good feedback. We got Moose Dream celebrating 7 months as a channel member. Appreciate your support, my friend. If they ask you to RSVP a fig for zero, I call fraud. All right. Well, thank you so much for your support, my friend. There's one. Dranger says, how many Alfred Pennyworth figures do you guys have again? LOL. Well, I have one. That's a lot different because He's an old butler. That's his character.
That's brand for the man.
Right, like that's his brand. He wasn't the young superhero that then turned into a butler because he couldn't move. But I do have one, and he's from Mars Toys, and he looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Let me see here. We got Blue Tattoo in the house. Welcome in. We got Grad Admiral Thrawn. Hello. What, rubbing Diddy oil on your pleather prevents flaking. Oh boy.
Everybody knows that. That's fact.
Oh boy. We got Gaiodan Dream. This is why in-art is king. Amen. I'm starting to be a believer. That's
what happens when you stop collecting.
We got Dranger22 with the $2 super chat. What's worse, silicone damage or pleather damage? What do you guys think?
Silicone, 100%.
Yeah,
I would say so too.
You can replace some pleather stuff. You can
Yeah,
buy replacement pants or something. You ain't fixing the silicone.
like, oh yeah, your skin is cracked and ripped. That doesn't look right? Like, yeah, for sure. Like,
that's a point of no return once that starts happening. So.
pretty much.
yeah,
Just throw it out.
yeah. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I do appreciate it, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, so let's move on. DLO, so you're gonna wait and see on this?
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of urgency on it, to be honest with you. So I'll see.
Sure.
That's all I can say. I'll see.
And Steve and I are out, and I believe Brick is out as well. The poll closed. Are you grabbing Old Man Blade? 74% said no.
Wow.
Right.
But also it's just another freaking casualty of timing as well, too, man. I mean, when the movie was out, and like Steve said, like the #1 R-rated movie of all time, like we were all getting all this stuff here. I mean, everyone else, you, me, everybody in the chat. But thing is, like, this hobby is always throwing surprises at us here. And like I said, my only reason is, like, honestly, I'm very confident that Hot Toys will make an OG Blade, and that's the one I want.
And you don't finish the line, so that just
Well, the line has nothing to do with this figure over here, but I know what you mean by that there. But I mean, the idea of like, oh, I better pick this up because they'll never make this ever again. Well, that's really not the case anymore. So I mean, like I said, prime example. I mean, when there was a time where Harrison Ford was on the same conversation length of Jack Nicholson, they'll never make another one again, right? Mm-hmm. That was so then out of the blue, we get a random older version of Indy over here, right? It was like, whoa, people were considering it. People, of course, wanted the original ones, but they're like, oh, this is what I'm going to get. Yeah, I might get it. And people did buy it. And then fast forward, like I said, till 6 months ago from here, like we got an announcement that there's a brand new Indy on the way, some that people do want. So I feel like that area of collecting where you're like, you're worried you're going to miss out on a figure like this is kind of gone away to where you're a little bit more selective. Say like, I do like this. I do like the character, but is it from the right movie? Is it the right one for me? Because remember, that was a conversation we had last week about like, does it matter with like Mando branding or OT branding? We were talking about that earlier when we were talking about the snow troopers and stuff like that. Like some figures, some characters, absolutely yes. Right. Some you can kind of get away with, like a Tusken Raider from Mando or stuff like that. This is like, I need it to be OG Blade for it to make sense. Well,
do you guys care if it's not branded from what you wanted it from, but it's essentially the same figure? Like, for example, we'll say RoboCop 3. It's the same damn figure as like a RoboCop 2 or even RoboCop 1 with just a little bit more tint. Like, can that be a good stand-in for your RoboCop, or does the branding alone bother you guys? I guess is what I'm asking.
I would say
that's a great question, but that's a good example right there, because I myself brought that up when that came out. I was like, I don't know, because I don't like RoboCop 3. I really want it from part 1 or maybe part 2. But the difference in that example here's Peter Welling was a RoboCop we got in the box, not the actor who played RoboCop in part 3.
Exactly.
So for me, in my case, at first, I didn't like it, but it's still Peter Welling. I'm assuming Weller. Oh, sorry.
Hey, but get the man's name right.
What were you saying last week? Wrong like crazy. Never mind. But yeah, Peter Weller. It's still him in the box. It's just the wrong movie. And I feel like in that case, like it doesn't matter as much. But if it's a change, a physical change to the character that you don't associate the character with, that may be a very good reason for at least your head to justify not picking something up like this here. Like this isn't prime Blade. Give me the trench coat, you know, give me all the weapons he had back in those movies there. I mean, that is how I envision him being. So it's just, I think that's kind of where we are. If the Snowtrooper looks
beat up
very
zombies in the
similar to the
original
OT
movie,
one,
right?
but what's that?
He beat up zombies in the original movie.
I'm not even address that one there. So, the Snowtroopers, aside from a few details,
Yeah, I
look
think they passed.
pretty close.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think I would be that nitpicky about it there.
no.
But like OG Blade to old man Blade, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
And that's a big ask.
Steve, any other thoughts?
No, I think it's just like how far you're willing to go in your own head canon to justify it standing in like the place of whatever like movie or IP you're talking about. Like, yeah, the Snowtrooper's a good example of something like, yeah, like their outfits aren't all going to be exactly the same. Is it going to match perfectly to like one of the OT ones from the, like, you know, behind the scenes screen accurate clothing that they wore? Maybe not. But when I think Graham, you brought up last week too, like, if you're looking at it and you can't tell the differences unless they're side by side, it's probably like reasonable to be a stand-in.
Right.
I think that's like kind of where I'm at. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is like if it's a blatant outfit change, or kind of like what DLO alluded to, if it's like, you know, if it's a really noticeable thing, then it would bother me. Like the Thrawn figure
if they're
that
50 years older.
This is one thing that, like, one branding that bothers me is this Thrawn figures that they're branding as rebels when like they're using the actor from
great
Ahsoka.
example.
That's a no for me. Like that's not something that is not appropriate branding, and that's just not like I brought up a picture of I was talking about this on my Sunday show. Like I brought up a picture of like Sideshow's doing this like premium format statue of Thrawn, and they have like the two head sculpts that you can put on. One is animated Thrawn and one is like the show Thrawn, Ahsoka. So like if you're gonna brand it something like that, to me is like a thing that sticks out. Like you're branding this for a show, but this is not what he looks like in the show. So I wouldn't say this is gonna stand in as my, you know, as my Rebels Thrawn if that's something that I was going for. So yeah, it really just depends, like I said, how you wanna, whatever you feel like in your own mind of what you can justify, and yeah, if it's more so if it's really blatant. But if you can't really tell, like if you really got to tease it out, Snowtrooper, like I said, is the best example. That to me is a pretty close to pretty close. Yeah, or like Tusken Raider,
the gown,
right?
Or the
Mm-hmm.
shawl, whatever you want to call it.
They're all going to have different like subtle
Accurate,
differences
but-
anyways. So that's an easy justifiable
Right.
thing, right? So yeah, that's what I would say.
It's weird because the Tusken Raider does bother me with the robes being short, but at the same time, I do feel like he's a good stand-in.
Yeah, it's a great stand-in, and like they're not all gonna look I think the one thing with that is like there's so many Tusken Raiders, they're not all gonna be identical.
Exactly.
So like to me, like that's an easy justification to have that one as a stand-in.
I thought for sure they were gonna do those black robed ones from Boba Fett, and they never.
Oh,
did.
they could still do that.
Wouldn't that be wild? And they branded it for Boba Fett.
They
That'd be
still
wild.
could drop that.
Dude, no line ever truly goes away. Like,
No, they could definitely go back and do something like that.
Yeah. All right. Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's move it on here, really quickly, because this is really just more of a tease than a figure review. But Hot Toys did tease the Aliens 40th anniversary. I gotta say, Aliens is my favorite of the franchise, and I felt like it was older than 40 years, but I guess it is right around that time period. So they gave us these boots, and I thought they said I can't exit out because it won't take me back there because I opened a new tab. But anyway, it looks like, guys, we're going to be getting alien stuff. So Ripley? Do we think Ripley's coming?
For sure. I mean, I think that's a foregone conclusion. I'm curious about some damn Space Marines.
That'd be cool.
That is.
Do we think another alien as well? Like, they've done Romulus. They've done, was it Big Chap from Alien?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So could they just do another one and rebrand it Aliens? You know,
Sure.
I wouldn't put it past them. But
1000%.
Ripley would be great. I mean, that would be tough for me to say no to. Like Aliens is a movie I like, but horror has never been something that I've really collected. So I could see myself passing, but I could also be intrigued by this depending on what she looks like. Do you guys think maybe artisan or rooted hair, or do you think we go sculpted again?
I feel like for this version of Ripley with the shorter hair, I don't think you need to go artisan, but there's always a strong
True,
possibility.
that's true.
You know, I'm thinking Moon Knight-ish kind of styling, so to speak, those kind of curls. But I wouldn't mind if it's just sculpted. I mean,
You're right. I forgot. Compared to the first one, she did have shorter hair.
yeah. So I mean, either way, but they could still do it, you know. So I mean, just you never say never with that kind of stuff there. But I mean, I just like the idea that we're getting more alien stuff, new alien stuff, specifically from the first two movies. You know, we got the 2.0 coming out with Big Chap soon. Whatever they're gonna throw at us with this, but I'm curious, like, and maybe curious is not the right word. Maybe just like I'm excited about the possibilities. So like for me personally, I am a huge Alien franchise fan. I've got them all, watched them all a million times. This has always been my favorite, like you, but like I feel like this one I've always thought like this one had the most potential for like figures wise out of any of the movies they've ever tackled. And Space Marines already said I would definitely love to see some Space Marines happen, but like me, I'm like, are we about to get a power loader? Are we gonna get a power loader? That's where I'm like, my headspace is like, dude, if I get a power loader out of these guys for Aliens, like, dude, take my money. That is just like the best.
Yeah, power loader would be cool.
You wouldn't be interested for something like that? Like that's like
no, I'd be out. But
oh gosh,
it would be cool. I don't know. I'm just trying to think, like, would they legit do that, or would they just give us a figure? Like, would they go through all the trouble to give us the power loader? I don't know. I mean, it could.
I mean, there's so much potential with that movie specifically for fans of the franchise. I just feel like if they're gonna finally start tackling aliens, like there's so many good things. Because I mean, a lot of people's opinions, I think that's the best movie out of the franchise. So
I agree.
So like,
you know, Prometheus, I didn't like the first time around, but that one kind of grew on me too.
Yeah, it's not terrible. But I mean,
they kind of tied it in.
Yeah. Just I don't know. I think they screwed a pooch because they didn't stick to their guns. Because the next movie they made, what was it called? The one that came out afterwards. I can't think of the name for some reason right now. But I mean, that one kind of went back to basics. Yes, Covenant. That one went back to basics. Yeah, I didn't like it as much because I felt like it kind of was disconnected from the Prometheus movie there. But yeah,
I like all those movies, even Romulus. But yeah, it's hard to replicate what I mean, even Alien, but just what Aliens did. I could see a lot of figures coming from Alien 3 though too. Yeah, what's his name? The guy that played.
Well, they made the dog alien from that one, from part 3. They did make that figure, so I mean, that's always something to consider.
Yeah.
You know what it is there? Because I'm secretly like, I want them to. I think his name was Hicks, wasn't it? In part 2, the guy who plays Kyle Reese. It was Hicks, wasn't it?
Yes.
So I'm quietly, secretly hoping they do Space Marine, specifically Hicks, because then we can possibly get a Kyle Reese. That's what I'm thinking about.
Interesting. I don't think they'd do that.
I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt, but I hear some rumors.
Ooh, Mike Litter says Prometheus destroys the lore, but it's a nice looking film.
Yeah, not crazy about it.
I like it more than I did the first time around, I guess. Steve, are you interested in Alien franchise? Do you have room for that in your collection room?
No. I'm a casual Alien fan. Like this is something I will admire from
everything
afar,
I'm excited about. You guys are just like,
I really appreciate
Greg.
this for what it is. Like honestly, the Romulus like that figure looked really crazy and got just like a ton of great feedback. So I kind of was resisting, but no, this is a franchise I'll just admire from afar. I got too many other too many other priorities. What I will say though is like, this is what I like Hot Toys, like what I would like to see Hot Toys do, like take the time to actually like do a licensed branding on a footwear piece that you're going to do for a franchise. That means like they're taking it seriously. They're probably going to do, I think they're going to do a few things from this 40th anniversary. I bet you they do a few things. Cause like they probably have had some pretty, I think they're probably looking at how much success they've had with these other figures they've done recently. It kind of reminds me of Terminator, how like these Terminator figures are really hot and they're doing a lot of it. I don't see why they would slow down with Aliens. Like they've already got 2 big ones with Romulus, and then this big, I'm sure Big Chap is going to be another one that's really going to hit for them. That's going to probably sell out. So I would think like, yeah, I'm excited for the hardcore fans like yourself, DLO, who are going to be probably all over this stuff. This would be a great one for them to do an artisan and sculpted. They should do both, and give people the option. I think this is a perfect figure to do that with.
I do worry though with the short hair, this might just be kind of a frizzball.
I think it'll be fine. If you look at what they did with Tom Holland and with what DLO said Moon Knight, I think it'll ultimately be fine if they do it. But this would be one that would be a cool artisan. Like this would just be a cool rooted figure to have in general, like super iconic character that people love. I'm sure that thing would sell like crazy. Hopefully they don't just alienate everybody. No pun intended. By just doing an artisan figure. Because I could see Hot Toys just doing that too. Like we're gonna do an artisan, 2,500 units. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Doink. No, but I think they're probably gonna do a decent amount of stuff.
Well, and if they do, they better do something for 50th Star Wars. I'm just saying.
I think that's going to be the one they're really going to go. Like, I don't think that's going to be a Hot Toys decision. I think that's going to be a Disney decision. They are going to push.
I don't know. Disney hates the OT.
Not now. I think they're realizing. Like, I think they're slowly coming around to like talking more about the other stuff than a lot of the sequel stuff that they've really pushed hard in the past. I think I really think 50th anniversary is a huge number for a franchise, right? Especially one as iconic as Star Wars. I'm sure like the merch for that is going to be the merch and the figures for that are probably going to be insane across like a lot of different lines. And then Hot Toys will drop like 2 figures.
Yeah, I was gonna say God, I love Steve's optimism right now. This is none of this
is one I'll be really optimistic about because it's a really big, like that one's a really, really big number. That's crazy. 50 years since the original trilogy dropped. Like you got to drop some serious. You got to give us a lot for that.
Yeah. It's got me salivating.
Oh, I can't bear to watch.
This reminds me when it was the anniversary for Phantom Menace. And I was like, they put Padawan Obi-Wan in the picture for the anniversary. They're definitely doing Padawan Obi-Wan. There's no way they don't do it. And they didn't do it.
So fast.
They didn't do it.
Where's Best Spin Escape Leia?
I'll be optimistic, but
where the hell is she?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a super chat here from Valkyrie Magnus says, I love aliens.
I'd buy that for $1.
Come on now. And then we got a $2 super chat from the real Mike Literis.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind kind of going through, like every few years I'll go through pretty much the whole franchise, just watch them. But at the same time, casual fan, kind of like you, Steve. So, yeah.
I will appreciate from afar.
Shame.
It is a shame.
Can't collect it all, DLO. You just can't.
I mean, I don't know. For me, RoboCop, Terminator, Alien, that's like the holy trinity of like awesome 80s stuff there. So
I also said I would not get into Terminator and got into Terminator. So we'll see what happens with this. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try not to though.
It's crazy because I grew up with Terminator and I love Terminator, and the one figure was good enough for me. And you guys,
I'm kind of surprised you didn't go.
Even Brick, like you guys are going crazy.
Yeah,
dude,
I'm ridiculous right now. That is a timeless icon, man. I don't blame you. That's a timeless.
It is
one of the all-time
one of the best movies. Yeah. Worthy of buying even a VHS of graded.
Yeah. The thing is, I did it all with the first gen of those figures. I had all of them, I had doubles, I had all that stuff, and I said to myself, all right, I'm just gonna sell them all and I'm just gonna get one of the new ones and call it a day. No, I legitimately did it again. Like,
And bought doubles and triples.
I did, and I bought a bike this time. It's just like, what am I doing?
Did you feel like the upgrades, like, did you feel like it was really worthwhile, like upgrades from having those to the 2.0?
The clean one, yes. I mean, I'm an apologist for the DX13. I think that's just probably is going to go down whenever Hot Toys goes out of business one day as being one of their very, very best figures ever made. And I personally think it still holds up well. But I mean, it's a nice refresh call. I wouldn't even call it an upgrade.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Refresh is a good term for it. All right. Let's keep moving because we are getting a little low on time and we still have a lot to discuss. We do have Weapon X, aka Wolverine, here that was announced. I think this was Friday or something like that. So it was just after we went live. Again, this is one that kind of I'm gonna steal from Steve. I'm gonna admire from afar, but I think it turned out really good, and I think it looks awesome figure wise. I have a feeling D-Lo's getting this one. Steve, is this one that you're interested in picking up?
Oh yeah, I want this, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is
silicone body. I mean, proportions look great. This thing it's an amazing looking figure. I gotta give it that. Do we know though? Are the claws die cast or are they still plastic?
I think plastic.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
It really is. I think that's one of the problems I have with Hot Toys too. Is
Somebody will just replace them though. Somebody will just make a die cast one. But then again, like
you're gonna make a die cast one.
No, somebody else will make a die cast one. Some customize, like a lot of customizers do die cast claws. But then again, like I don't know. I guess I don't know how much that really bothers me. It's cool, but
I feel like
not a huge game changer for me.
It's just a lot easier for them to get like mangled up, like if you bump into them or.
Oh, you mean like the plastic, like how it can bend and stuff? Sure.
The tips
yeah,
of
it's just
them
cheaper.
will...
Yeah, just cheaper and it's flimsy. Yeah.
Yeah, I just I don't know why they decided to cheap out on some of that stuff and go plastic because it really does make it suffer. Like even the feral predator, like you can just tell like they're plastic and it just kind of takes a little bit away from the figure. So.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as far as Wolverine's concerned, like going down from die cast to this stuff here is
it's big.
Definitely, it's a huge downgrade because even mine, I don't know if mine was damaged and I never noticed it, but like my blades have like a chip from the paint.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So, did they ever do what was there a Wolverine figure they did die cast claws with?
Yeah, all of them prior to this.
Prior, like,
well,
they didn't for Deadpool and Wolverine. Was that the first one? Was what was the other Wolverine?
Pass was the last one that had die cast.
Yeah, because
so and then
that's
where
yeah, okay.
The second one was like he had bone claws. So, but that was the very last one that had die cast.
Okay. That's just it's just like Jack Sparrow. How like the Artisan, the new one, they downgraded to plastic. I guess like when you already have it, that's where I don't understand why they would switch it. Like just keep it keep doing what you're doing and just keep it die cast.
Yeah.
But yeah.
X-Men says, why is anyone asking about diecast anything anymore? Well, because it's just premium material. It's just something that's going to hold up. Like, I've had it too where, let's just say the figure tips over and it, lands on those tips. Like, those tips are no longer going to be what they once were. Like, they're going to be...
That's a good point.
Pressed in or whatever. Like, I've had it happen. You're bumping. I've even moving my figures. I had some close calls with a couple things, but it's also the look of it, right? Like paint applications have come pretty far. I'll admit that, but I don't think anything beats the look and feel of like die cast. And I'm not asking for like, full metal machine guns like Inar did with their Joker. I'm just saying like blades should be die cast. Like that was one of the great features about like the old Jack Sparrows was the sword was die cast and it just looked super authentic. I just still don't think you can really replicate the realism from die cast going to plastic. So, and I can't believe it would cost that much money to really.
It really doesn't. They're not saving that much there. 3-0's been throwing in die cast on their Transformer line for years, and
odd choice.
Yeah.
But I do agree. Like they are making it clear they're not doing that anymore, and I just think that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like especially you do something like this. Like this is like a technical, like marvel right here with what they're doing. This is the first time I feel like we've seen a body like this for Hot Toys to do. Also thought it was gonna be more money. I thought this was gonna be like low threes.
Yeah,
surprised it came in where it did, but I know it doesn't come with a ton of stuff. But I just want to like, this is something I just want to like see in person and like have this figure to look at and figure out like how they really achieve this.
Even the facial expression, right, with like the teeth, like, you know, we've got the Ant-Man from years ago, and they've really come a long way since then, like with some of this detail that they have in these facial expressions and these sculpted teeth, like, and this one is, you know, no exception. Like it looks great. And then you have the silicone body. It's a beast of a figure. It looks great. Yeah, everything is better with diecast, but Hot Toys don't care. So, and I think that's one of my gripes lately with Hot Toys is kind of like seeing more recycled figures, less kind of thought going into some of these figures. It's not all of them, but it's starting to be a thing that I'm noticing a lot more. Like, I don't always think pumping out more figures is a good thing. Sometimes I think taking your time and limiting how many figures a year you're coming out with, you know, can give you better quality. So it is a little unfortunate. Let's take a look at more of these pictures here.
Yeah, that was the one thing that bothered me about this was like they show so many pictures with the snow and then they don't do anything with the snow for the figure.
Yeah, what's up
like,
with that? You get the cheap Hano base out of that.
They completely swerve you by having you go through all these photos. Like, look at this 6 snow base, and then you get the Hano style base design.
Nope. Get your comic and slap it in there. Yeah.
Nope, you're not gonna have this for yours. You're just gonna have this Hano thing, which, that was an interesting choice.
But funny you mentioned that because I feel like this is the confirmation that Hano is officially gone. I think it is. I think having the comic line while you still have Hano doesn't make sense. And I just don't know the raw numbers if they did as well with the Hano thing than they anticipated. Because, I mean, you had Venom, comic book Venom with the symbiote logo on it there. That did pretty well for them. Obviously, Dark Knight did so well. They got Superman coming out and a second Batman. And now this over here, I think Hano is gone. And I think it's replaced with this. But I think this is a much better option here because, you know, the idea of Hano was that it was going to be a little less expensive. The material was going to be a little different. Like the fact that you have silicone legs right now, good timing, Graham. Silicone legs and a whole full silicone body right now, under $300.
It's nice.
I mean, that's a good feeling as a collector to be like, okay, damn, this is actually a really good piece, and it's not going to kill my wallet compared to a Trooper, you know, that I would get or something like that. So I dig it. The only thing is like I am not as crazy about those comic book bases. I just don't like them.
It just cheapens it out a little bit.
Stuff. Yeah, this should be like should be a Dom. I mean, that's just me personally because again, I wasn't crazy about the Dark Knight base as well too. Kind of like the recycled. Was it the D100 base that you have, ironically enough?
Yep.
So,
yeah, same one.
So,
and they were the Justice League ones too, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those really tall bases are very annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Dr. Doom. Yeah, thank you guys. Dr. Doom as well. I mean, they've done some really good comic. Like, I just feel like this is a better option than Hano ever was, quite frankly. But
yeah, for not that much. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. What I was gonna say because like Graham assumed I buy everything, but this I'm not going to buy, right? I mean, and it's not that there's anything wrong with it. I think it's exceptional, but like I'm not like a Wolverine fan like an X-Man Supreme would be, you know, something like that. Shout out to you, buddy. But I mean, for me, like I got my Dark Knight Returns, like that was like the one-off because you know this is not my style as far as collecting. I prefer movie style over comic, but with Batman, it was an exception. As much as I love this style of Wolverine and obviously the story of Weapon X, it's just I'm not as passionate about it as I am as Batman. So like I'm not going to go any further than that. Like that was like a one-off and like it'll never happen again for me at least.
Man, I thought for sure you'd be getting this. This is it's an amazing looking figure. Like I if I was just in this hobby for like great looking figures, like this would definitely be one that I'd want to have. What is your guys' favorite Wolverine movie, and you can say X-Men or X-Men 2, but like, what's your favorite Wolverine movie? Because
I know what yours is. I don't want to hear it again. I know what you're gonna say.
What's Graham's?
Origins.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
Origins. I love that movie. It's such a guilty pleasure.
So bad. It's
Do you
so
like
bad.
it?
Do I like it?
Yeah, you do. I know you do.
I don't. How do you know I don't like it? I don't like it.
I know a lot of people shit on that movie, and Deadpool was stupid in that movie. But like overall, I really liked that movie. So if they came out with that Wolverine again, that one might.
That's funny because you're gonna buy the Wolverine that nobody wants. That's the ironic thing about it.
It's possible.
No, I mean Logan for me is the best Wolverine movie.
Yeah,
By
I mean that's
5 Mile.
that's a great one too. Yeah.
Yeah, I
sure.
wish Hot Toys would do a proper Logan figure. That's
sure.
that's probably like it's really hard to beat that movie because it's got
Yeah.
such like,
11 did a
serious tone
pretty
to it.
decent figure of that, but obviously not Hot Toys quality.
I think Topo's doing one which actually looks pretty decent, but I don't know if I don't know. That one's I'm surprised they never made one. But yeah, that movie is, and I
Yeah.
didn't see that movie
It's
for the
great.
longest time. I just saw that movie like I think like early last year. I
Wow.
didn't see it right when it came out. It took me a while to actually watch it. I don't know why that one slipped through the cracks, but yeah, that movie's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Great movie.
We got a $5 super chat here from Dranger22. Do you think the Apocalypse Wolverine head that's coming will fit on this body?
I do, yes, because I've seen some kit bashes. Because this is essentially the torso from the TVA jacket Wolverine from the looks of it here. So, and I've seen people kit bash it to do what you're thinking of there. So I would bet my bottom dollar you could put that head on this body over here for sure. Might need to mod it a little bit, but I think it'll work.
Very nice. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. You guys are very generous tonight, and I appreciate it. Here's a little treat for you. Oh, I love that movie. I love that movie. 2-pack Dumb and Dumber figures would be awesome.
I wouldn't buy that.
Yeah,
I wish they would do more comedy. Come on.
Same.
More comedy. All right.
Some things just don't need to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think the only flaw or miss here is the base on this thing. So I think they were onto something, with the snow base, but it wasn't meant to be. So
They showed all of the
Yeah.
the vast majority of these photos are on the snow.
exactly.
They're just like, nope.
Then surprise.
Yeah.
There
So
you
Steve's
go.
getting this.
Yeah.
Switch.
I don't know if I'm
not-
gonna get this for sure. I want this though.
Yeah.
This is
It
cool,
does-
man.
I mean, it would
It's a
have a
cool
lot of
figure.
shelf presence. That's for sure.
I wonder, I really wonder, with Hano, because don't they still have unreleased stuff right now?
Well-
Thor was never officially announced,
Right. It was exactly.
but this did what has yet to
Spider-Man.
come out from
That's
them?
the only thing that's left.
Yep, Spider-Man. Yeah, Friendly Neighborhood, right? Friendly
Mhm.
Neighborhood.
Yep.
No, they just did that Star Wars stuff that just got dropped after a
Mhm.
lot of time being quiet. But yeah, man. I mean, when you're when you get close to a $70 difference, it's really hard to justify buying down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Really
especially when now you're really, really destroying that value proposition when you drop a full seamless like this for
Yeah.
not that much more money. That's a bad you're setting a bad standard for what you're trying to accomplish with a lower cost line that's really not that much lower. So yeah. I think you might be right. I'm curious to see what happens with them.
Yeah, an observation to this figure as well too. I feel like there's a missed opportunity. I feel like they could have done interchangeable faceplates for this figure as well
Yeah.
too.
True.
I feel
But-
like
That would have been cool.
But it is such a badass face. But do you really?
no,
want
no,
it?
it's great. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but it'd be nice to throw
Gotta give us a little something
one or
more.
two more in there, just to give you some more posing options, I guess. But other than that, this is really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Let's move on here. So, Star Wars. We got a lot of Star Wars here. I don't know if we'll be able to get to all of them individually, but let's try to just talk about them as a whole. We can jump around a little bit, boys. So, if you want to say something about Darth Maul or Yoda or Luke, because again, DLO, we kind of talked about this last week with some of the teases. So, we have Darth Maul from Shadow Lord. We have Yoda from Revenge of the Sith. We have Commander Gree, and we have Artisan Luke. Let's just start here, and we can jump around.
Okay.
So we're all hoping this is not May the 4th stuff. This is like your precursor to what May the 4th will be. But the one thing, I guess the one thing that I'm noticing about Hot Toys, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, is like, they kind of going backwards in some of their material. Terminator stuff, leather. We don't know what kind of grade leather that is or quality. But like here, it's like seen it before. This is technically a new character, but it's not like a new. It's a repainted trooper. If we're just being honest, okay. And then, fucking Luke, like what the hell? So like recycles, and I want to see new stuff. I guess even if it's not OT, I just want to see something new, something like just fully new. And why? Why are we going with Luke? Why are we going with this Luke? They could have done so many other Lukes. A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, with Yoda on the back. We could have done so many, and they chose to do. Which is this? Is this from The Last Jedi?
It is.
Artisan. Who asked for this? Anybody in the chat? Raise your hand. Did you ask for this?
Did he sell out yet?
No, he's still there. I checked
When did he go live?
yesterday, I think. He's low stock now. He is low stock.
Yeah, it was low stock. I think he's been low stock since yesterday too.
And what was the number on
2,500.
25.
He's gonna sell out, man. I thought he might be the longest reigning artisan that's sitting, but 2,500 is pretty low.
And again, like if we're just looking at it as a figure, it's a great looking figure. I mean, they nailed the likeness and everything, but it's just such a trash movie, and just I don't understand when there's so many other artisan figures you can do. I told you guys in the chat, like I could think of 99 characters to do first before this one. I don't know. So that's my thoughts. A little bit of a rant. I'm just a little.
You sound like an OT collector.
I'm a little of an OT collector, I guess. But like, this is Clone Wars Maul with a cloak and the newer head sculpt. But like you said, Steve, and we can talk about that a little bit later, it's not even accurate. This Yoda is, a 2.0 or a reissue, depending on how you want to look at it. This is a new character. But it's not something we've never seen. I love the paint job.
There's a great character though.
Amazing.
Great figure.
Mm-hmm. And I know I don't want to take away from it. I know a lot of people are super excited for it. I'm just saying, like, I'd like to see a little bit more creativity. I'd like to see Hot Toys go out of their comfort zone a little bit more and just give us something like new. Not necessarily a new character, but exactly a new figure. I don't know. And then this was just like, oh my gosh, like I just can't believe they're doing this right now. So that's me getting on my soapbox and bitching a little bit. But what do you guys think? Are you happy with this offering? Hopefully pre May 4th, or is there anything you want to kind of spotlight? Where are you at here? DLO, I'll start with you on this one.
This feels like a mandate from Disney, to be honest with you, because I mean, it feels like Hot Toys is a lot of things, but they know, like, if it's not going to sell or not, they're not going to make it. Like, it's not going to make them money. The days of like those figures being around, like, you couldn't give them away. You couldn't, like, so like to come out of left field, and I guess technically it's a 10-year anniversary, but Hot Toys doesn't care about that. To come out of left field and just be like, yeah, we're gonna do number one, a Luke Skywalker from one of the most, if not the most, polarizing movies in franchise history. And to boot, there's two different versions of Luke in that movie. You pick the worst one. I mean, we nicknamed him Hobo Luke for years in the community. That was what we call it. We didn't even call him by his real name. It was Hobo Luke. So to make an artisan one, it's just like, there is no way you in your right mind think that people in this hobby, collectors, would go crazy for that figure of all figures. So it's super tone deaf, which sometimes can be Hot Toys, but I find it hard to believe Hot Toys legitimately wants to make this one over here, because the amount being 2,500 says how confident they are and how well this thing is going to sell. So I'm asking why, but I think it's safe to say anybody who's here watching or freaking on this panel, there's no way anybody's buying that. Like, I just can't see it. I feel like you'd be shamed if you buy that figure.
I just can't see. I just don't
That's how serious I feel. I feel like you would be shamed if you took a picture of that and posted it in the community. I can't believe it. Can't imagine.
Well, I don't know, but I got Zeb up here too for you guys that were upset with me. I did forget about.
You don't
this,
understand, but we understand. It's late. It's tough.
It's late, you know.
All right,
Old man
Mm-hmm.
Jedi sometimes forgets. You know, we have a lot of figures
You got
here.
a lot going on.
You
got robbed. You got robbed. You're moving
I
out.
like the one comment though where I said, "Who asked for this?" Rick asked for this. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, don't forget Zep. We got Zep up here again. Yeah, new figure. This is cool. I mean, brand new figure. 1 out of 5 isn't bad. Good effort there by Hot Toys. But yeah, hopefully, if you're a Rebels fan too, like this is a big deal too, getting Zeb. So I definitely could see that because I was doing that for a little bit too on my shelf where it was more like prequel / Rebels, but it was from like the Ahsoka show, so it was kind of a little bit of a balancing act there too. But Steve, what are you excited for of these figures that were kind of offered here?
I think the one that is the most intriguing from what Hot Toys has done is definitely Zeb, just from like what they were able to do here with like the fur and stuff. Artisan Luke, not something for me. Gree and Yoda though, definitely. Yeah, Commander Gree's been if you collect clones, there has been a lot of people have been calling for Commander Gree for a while. The only thing I feel like the only missed opportunity, it would have been really cool to get a head sculpt because he has a really cool head sculpt in Clone Wars. That's the one thing. They've done these other clone head sculpts for these other ARC troopers and stuff. That was the one. That's the one thing I wish they would have done. Is it a deal breaker? No. That's one that Gree is one that I will get. And then yeah, the mall. You want me to just keep going random back and forth on all these different things?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
just
bounce
keep going.
around and we can come back to Luke. We can do whatever.
Let me talk about Zeb. I'll talk about Zeb real quick.
Yeah, we
'cause
don't
I
have
think,
time to kind of individually.
Yeah, sure. I'll just give you my quick hitting thoughts on a lot of stuff. Zeb, yeah, I think this is technically this is an artisan. They're saying this is wool implanted hair on his beard. So this is like an artisan beard for Zeb, which I think is actually they could have really cheaped out on this and gone full sculpted everything. They could have made his all fur on his arm sculpted if they really wanted to. And that would have looked probably not great, but I'm really digging what they did with this one. I think this is really cool, giving him actual kind of like Chewbacca-esque fur on his arms and the legs, and it hides the joints really well. And doing it for the face, I think that was a great move. This is a really cool figure, and Zeb is one that, yeah, if you're into if you're into Rebels or the Ahsoka line too, this is one that this is in the must-have category for me.
So we were just talking about this. Can he fit? I know Hammer of God was saying need him in his Rebels fit, but do you think, would you feel comfortable putting this in your Rebels shelf as a stand?
I think I want to see how they flesh out his character a little bit more first in the Mando and Grogu movie and what he's really up to. But I would probably be good having this, but I would also prefer an original Zeb Rebels figure. That is what I would say. I'll take this because this is the one I can get and it's justifiable. Does it fit perfectly? No. But if we're not going to get another Zeb, it's not going to stop me from getting this one.
Sure.
This is just too good of one to pass up.
Look at that.
So,
I love the feet. Just look
yeah,
awesome.
the feet are great. I mean, everything. This looks really good. His outfit looks really cool. I'm excited to see what it's looking like he's going to do some cool stuff in this movie too.
Well, and this is exciting, right? I mean, like you said, you got the fur, you got some good thought process here by Hot Toys. He's done well, just a different looking character. This is exciting. This is, I think, what people want to see. And I think he looks really cool. I love even just, the colors of the figure. It looks good. So I'm excited to see the movie. I'm hoping still for the best. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll be pleasantly surprised by the movie, or do you think it's going to be just fun but forgetful? or
I'm optimistic
forgettable.
about the movie. Go,
Yeah,
Gio, go ahead.
I think you have to just take these as like they're not like a main Star Wars movie. These essentially are just like, you know, the spin-offs, the side movies and stuff like that. I mean, people say Solo was a bad movie. I am a fan of Solo. I thought it was a well-made movie. Obviously, it wasn't, you know, Harrison Ford, but I mean, put the forms together, I think overall it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Rogue One, great movie.
Love it.
I mean, you know, it's just fantastic there. Then you have, you know, the TV shows, and they're okay. But I feel like movie-wise, I think this is going to be a fun, good time at the movies. Is it going to be groundbreaking? I wouldn't expect that, you know, unless Disney has some crazy plan to kind of funnel and fix the whole main story of Star Wars through Grogu and Mando and Grogu, which I doubt. So, I mean, I say if you temper your expectations and look forward to a good, fun time at the theaters, this is going to be a good movie. But if you expect it to be some new revelation in the canon of Star Wars, like, this is not the film you're going to get. Not at all.
I'm glad it's happening to you tonight, not me.
That was happening again to me, really?
It's every time
Doesn't
you
it
pull up a
suck?
comment. It's
Doesn't
every
it
time you pull
suck,
up a
D'Lo?
comment. Stop pulling up comments.
I feel like you push a button and then it starts doing that. Or something
It's when
like
you
that.
pull up the comments, it kept doing that.
Talk again, D'Lo. Start talking.
You're bold and mean.
And
Very. How about now?
Oh,
I don't
never
know.
mind.
I don't know.
I think this movie's gonna be good, man. I think also like watching the trailers, I really honestly think that the trailer is like the first like third of the movie. I don't think they're giving anything away like the latter half of the movie. I think like this is the one thing that I'm being optimistic about is like if in Mando season 2 they can keep Luke Skywalker under wraps for the finale, they can definitely keep something under wraps for this movie that like nobody knows about.
Sure.
Like that's what Filoni and Favreau did for that. So I'm really hoping there's like a really big hitting moment in this. And I feel like the one thing that's got to lead into, there has to be some connection to, is Ahsoka season 2. So like we're gonna get some type of, I feel like, connection to that one way or the other. Because I think the goal is, like the culmination of all this stuff eventually is gonna get to like Filoni doing an Heir to the Empire movie, where like it's the finalization of what happens with whatever happens with Thrawn. And all this stuff is going to culminate with all these characters, probably, is what I would think. So I think they're going to do something that's like the trailers aren't giving away, that we're going to get. There's got to be some type of surprise. And it's all pointing to like Jon Favreau said, like they've been given a lot of time for this movie to be able to use a lot of practical effects, a lot of big set pieces. Disney didn't just rush them into using like a bunch of digital stuff. So I feel like they've really had the time to flesh this out and make it like a movie that they want to release in theaters. Hopefully that's a sign that they're going to like actually have a thoughtful movie planned out and like a really good story for this. So I'm optimistic based on everything that they're saying. It's just a lot of pressure. Like you said, D'Lo, Solo was like doomed to fail because it came off The Last Jedi and everybody was like really upset with Disney.
And like you said,
at the
though,
time.
it didn't have Harrison Ford. People
It didn't.
were
Yep. And
turned off
everybody
by
always
that.
hates when you replace like a main character. And I thought Solo was a fun.
On top of
I
that,
thought Solo was a fun movie. Solo's actually got like rewatchability. It's actually a fun movie.
for sure.
So yeah, it's just, I think the movie's going to be good. I'm excited about it. And yeah, I don't have like extremely high hopes that it's gonna change the entire franchise, but I think it's going to be like a really fun, you know.
Yeah.
Fun.
I hope it
movie
is
to see.
good too, because like even if the TV shows are good, it's a lot harder to go back for like rewatchability. Like sometimes I just want to watch a movie for an hour and a half, and then be done with it. Like I just want to start, beginning, middle, and an end. And you can't always do that with series because they're just they're so long. So I hope it is good. I hope I enjoy it. And are they done with the series, or are they going to do a season 4 as well? Like, do we know?
I don't think they've really said.
Yeah, Favreau mentioned that they're planning on doing a season 4, just kind of working out the story for it there, but nothing official yet. I think he was I forget, he was showing the guy from Mythbusters his studio or something like that. I think the guy kind of sort of brought it up and Favreau kind of touched on it quickly, but nothing official. But they said they have an idea. That's as far as he was willing to say. So it could happen.
What are your thoughts here on the Yoda? Obviously, you get moving eyes, and is this enough for you guys to pick this guy up and kind of replace maybe the current one that you have?
Yes.
Replace, no. To
Add?
add on,
Oh.
yes, absolutely.
You
Oh yeah, I won't
sick
get
son.
I probably won't get rid of my Attack of the Clones one either.
Well, yeah, and if you guys are doing like your own shelves too, then you could definitely
Yeah.
keep that one there and just add this one to Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. No, this turned out great. This is
The
a
only
good
question
looking
I
Yoda.
have is, what does this mean for Rolling Eyes Empire Strikes Back Yoda?
This is a great yeah. That one doesn't really even need I don't think they don't even need a 2.0 that figure, the Empire one.
Agreed.
They don't need
Agreed.
to. Leave
Because
it
of
alone.
2 head skulls. I mean,
Yeah, leave it alone.
You
You
don't
don't
need
need
more than
that.
that, dude.
No. They can leave that one alone.
Just leave
I would be
Luke
fine with
alone.
them doing the back Luke with the backpack.
That'd be cool.
That would be fine. But just leave the rest of it alone.
Some people were saying this guy looked like maybe a little chubbier than previous versions. Are you guys seeing
he
that?
looks
Or
great.
Same
He
exact
looks
body,
great, man.
bro. Same exact body.
Yeah, this is pretty much the
Yeah.
same exact style. Yep, looks cool. I just
does look
the picture with him sitting in the chair like a school picture just cracks me up.
Right?
It just looks like he's posing for. It just reminds me of like
This
it
one-
looks like, it just
It
reminds me of like school
the heck?
photos.
Oh man.
But that's cool. That's cool that you get the chair. I think that's something that people were saying. Like, I really hope he comes with a chair or something for this. So that's a cool little addition. And then like you get this is Hot Toys being Hot Toys. Like you get these seamless the seamless forearms and wrists, which is crazy. That come with this one. The one time you get it is for a Yoda seamless forearms. Like what is going on? But that's cool too. Yeah, this is definitely one that I'm
What
gonna
the
get.
heck? I don't think I ever saw him do this in the movie.
I mean, it was the artist's choice on this one here, I guess. But you get
This
the
looks
point. You
really
get a chair. Yeah, it looks great, man.
That does look good. All right.
They really got the likeness good.
The only thing that sucks though is because honestly, I would love. I mean, it's a good update if you already have the episode 2 one of Yoda, but the only problem is now the joint is not connected. I was looking out for that in the pictures. So if you want to display both and you want to, let's say, keep your original one, you got to source a neck now. You got to find another neck
Yeah,
around there. That's the only thing that sucks. So,
True.
that's the worst part.
but yeah,
Darth
I'd put one in
Maul.
the chair and then have one posing. I love it. And $240 by the way. Usually the price is $240. That's
Yeah.
it.
Ooh, old school prices.
Mm-hmm. Well, the original one was $189. Episode 2 back in the day.
Dang,
$189 back in the day for that one.
Under
that's
two.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it's not that good of a deal then. Compared to now, though. Yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, that's like an 8-year-old figure now, so it's
Yeah,
not
sure.
a bad price for it there. Have you started watching the show yet? Have you watched them all?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh, man!
So good, man.
Graham? Did you watch Andor season 2?
I did.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you saw that.
Yeah. I did
I
not
think you
watch
were late to
the
the game,
Craft
though.
Light.
You waited though, I think.
No, I
You
watched
waited a
it.
while.
You watched it? Okay. Maybe I'm thinking Brick.
Brooke didn't watch it at all.
Oh, Andor
Rick
season 2.
didn't
sorry.
even. I don't think
Alright.
he watched season 1.
This show's great, man. You got to watch this.
It's so good.
It's a
Yeah.
relatively quick watch.
I will
too.
watch this. I think
It's
when
an easy
things settle
binge.
down a little bit, I'll catch up.
It's over next week already, so
Should be pretty easy.
Yep.
What are the episodes, like half hour?
Mhm.
not quite. Yeah. I guess like it's
25
right around
minutes.
like it's a typical animated episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
First episode's the longest.
Yeah, but it's good, and it'll be 10 total episodes, and then we'll get a season 2. But yeah, it's good show.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fading.
excuse me. So you guys happy with this one?
The figure. So only changes the boots. He's got the black boot coverings over his mechanical legs, right? He's got this swish effect lightsaber, which is from the show, which is actually pretty cool. The only
That's
downside is like you're not gonna get it lit like this, so I'm never gonna ever use this.
Nobody's
It's a
gonna
cool
use this shit.
concept, but never ever gonna use it. Gauntlets, I'm pretty sure, are the same. The head sculpt is, and this is like what we all I think kind of predicted was they're gonna take the Phantom Menace head sculpt and put it on this figure. And then you get like the longer horns, which I think is cool, but you don't get like the show accurate paint on the sculpt. Is that a deal breaker? I don't think necessarily it is, but like, and you get the cloak obviously, which is
That's really
cool too. I don't know if it's enough for me to necessarily like replace my Clone Wars one because I already put the extra Phantom Menace head on there. I don't necessarily need the longer horns. I can live with the normal. Just
he's already
Phantom Menace head
inaccurate,
sculpt
right?
on
Why
there.
not just go another
It's already
step
just
further?
leave it as it is. Like it's the same sculpt, so it's just longer horns. That's gonna work, and you could always find one of these later on. I don't think and then like I think about like having Savage Opress. I'd rather have him posed with Savage and have the Clone Wars look than have him posed with Savage with this look. I don't need this from the show. I would be more inclined to pick this up from the show if maybe we get a couple other characters, and then I could maybe justify like having a little mini like separate mall display. But I don't know if it would depend really on what they did. But I don't think, for me, I like the mechanical legs more than the boot coverings, to be honest. Not something that I really need. I don't know if this isn't, I don't think it's a worthy enough upgrade for me. When I like the figure I have is already really close for this, and I'm just probably good with the one that I have, the Clone Wars Kit Bash version. And Delos is even like more extreme, because he's got,
I love mine. Like,
because you got the mechanical legs that you put on there, like the other mechanical legs from Solo, which is a whole different, like
that was a good figure.
Even more of a reason
back
to
in
not
its day too.
Yeah.
Solo figure.
But also I took out the arms as well too. Like I didn't just do the legs for Solo. Like I changed out like for the single joint arms that this comes with here, which something we can talk about if you guys want to get into that, like it being cheap. But like I changed it out to the more up to date ones coming from the new DX, and it was just like piece of cake swap to do something like that. So like I have mine as well, has the articulation that this one doesn't. I'm with you, Steve. I'm a fan of the mechanical legs so much so I got the damn Solo legs. I was like, that's my version.
Much detail in those.
Yeah, and then I had the new DX head sculpt on him as well too. So like I have my version of what I see Clone Wars Maul to be. This is great if you've had the patience to not get anything up to this point, because this is what we all have already done to our figures, you know, who've already jumped in and did it. But yeah, I mean, it's basically like, who put it? Adam, thank you for putting it. He's a kit bash. He's already what we've already done. So if they changed the body out, maybe did, you know, the seamless body, that would be enticing to go in again and get it for that kind of reason. But like, yeah, a couple of quality of life fixes here for a figure that I've already done these things for already. I don't really need it. I just don't see another need for it. I mean, like Steve said, like if there was more figures to go along with it, maybe you want to put a display together. Yeah, it makes sense to kind of pick this up here. But overall, it just seems like a quick, easy figure for them to make and a quick cash grab.
Yeah, exactly. Quick cash grab is how I would say what this announcement is too.
Almost wish I would have been a little more patient, but then again, like this is like what I think it's 280. You can get a Clone Wars Maul for like, I think 13. I got mine for 130.
Yeah, same.
Like a few months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then you already have the Phantom Menace Maul. You just throw the head sculpt on. It's just not. It's just the only downside is you don't get the neck peg system. On the old one. This one has like the new. I'm sure it has the new little plastic piece in there. The thing we've been talking about. I think the eyes are a little bit different on this one too. Maybe.
I think they're brighter.
I think like they made them more
brighten up the eyes,
more orange, and the horns are longer. But again, like you're not getting that much variation, and it's already not accurate to the show with the paint on the face anyway. So that's why I'm good with my 2.0 Phantom Menace sculpt is just fine for me. It's the same character, and at that point you're just taking an artistic liberty in the show anyways for what it is. So we talked about justifying what something looks like in a like version or like a specific show or something. Maul is Maul.
That's what I'm talking about too. Like, if you're gonna come out with a new figure, like, why not make it an actual new figure and accurate? Like, I'm not saying you got to be like completely accurate down to the stitching, right? But like, you got to get the simple stuff right. Like, don't just be lazy. Like, I just want Hot Toys to do better. That's all. Like, give us the actual figure from the show instead of taking this part from this figure, this part from this figure, putting them together and calling it a day. People buy it, they'll be fine. Like, I don't know. I feel like they've gotten comfortable.
If they would have done like an accurate to show sculpt, I would have been more inclined to consider this like stronger. If they did an actual
silicone body, maybe not, but even that would have been amazing.
His look in the show is so unique compared to the Phantom Menace. Like, it looks, they could have really made the sculpt pop more and make it look like, that's the whole point of creating like a new figure, is like add the artistic flair that the show brings to this. And I would have probably picked, like, I probably would have been talking different if this was like a different sculpt on here.
This is a cool pose, though. I
yeah.
do like this.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Just not
He also
enough.
comes with double sabers too, which I like as well, because half the time Maul's fighting with one blade instead of two, and then sometimes he'll connect it. Like this does have that, so like that's something that honestly I will probably pick up on the aftermarket at some point. But like other than that, everything else, like I prefer mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like it's underwhelming, but like this figure is going to be for somebody who hasn't done any of the stuff, like I said, that some of us already done to our Mauls. But I mean, you don't have to buy it if you don't want it either. That is a serious option. we can say about this here. I don't know. It's okay. My thing here as well too is just like it's not Clone Wars Maul anymore, right? Now we're past Clone Wars. This is Maul afterwards. So it's just like kind of like we've been talking about all night. Substitutions for other ones here. Like, do you want this to be your substitution for Maul and Clone Wars with the rest of your stuff, or is this because it's a different branded figure here? Like, what do you do with this, right? So,
Right.
I don't know. Feels like this one just like too little, too late. Even though I know the show just came out, but I feel like Hot Toys saw what we all did and decided to copy it. So let's make our own version of that.
Well, I think people, if they had to choose one Maul, they're definitely going to go with 2.0 Phantom Menace. I mean, that thing turned out really good. So, if you could only have one, I think that would be the one that most people would pick.
The other thing too about this is like, DLO, you're like way ahead of the game because you put those mechanical legs on this. Because I'm pretty sure this show bridges the gap between like Clone Wars and Solo to like when we see Maul at the end of Solo and he talks about Crimson Dawn, like this goes to that. And like we know this is like I guess a mild spoiler, but like he has whatever, like when his leg is getting fixed in the show, I'm like they're kind of alluding to him getting new legs eventually. So like you're probably gonna get to the end of Shadow Lord when the show is done and he's gonna have the Solo legs like on the body. So it's just so that was a good smart forward thinking.
I have been accused of being a visionary.
Yeah. Because that's really like the last bit part, like that. Yeah, like the Solo piece, like getting his character to that point. So it'll be interesting to see.
And also his hilt as well too. Like he has the hilt from Solo. He has it in Rebels as well too. He doesn't have that yet here. So I mean, yeah.
His hilt's different. Yep. So you got a lot of options if you're a Maul fan, I guess.
That's
and
right.
the Bolt's mentioned in the comments. It would have been so cool. Like add the droid in from the show.
Yeah,
that would have been a great addition. That's
for sure.
Like cutting corners. That would have been awesome to have that. Because that droid is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Well, some good stuff, but hopefully even better things are around the corner for next week for May the 4th. We'll see. We're going to end the show with some predictions or things we would like to see, though, from May the 4th. Anything pop up to you guys that you think we'll get or that you want to see next week? And again, being kind of realistic about it. I think, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, I think the OT offering is probably going to be like a trooper, probably the AT-AT trooper. Would be nice, though, to get like a New Hope Luke. I just don't see it happening. I don't know. I don't see anything big happening. I don't know if I see anything really huge, like new happening for any of it. Like I could see like a variation of a character or something like that, but I don't know. What are you guys thinking? What are you hoping for?
I really want to go back to A New Hope and start getting some 2.0s. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready.
He's really aged out.
Chewie. I've had my share. Like the 1.0 has been really good to me, but I think I'm ready for a 2.0 of A New Hope here. What I think we'll get instead, I'm going to be a little bit more dangerous than you here, but it's not by much. We'll get like a random Ewok from Return of the Jedi.
Paplu, baby. Paplu with the speeder bike. Put another reissue the speeder bike. Paplu.
There you go.
No, I would be all for a New Hope Solo.
It'd be crazy if we got another.
But do not use the Empire Strikes Back head sculpt, please. Give us a new one. Darth Maul, Cal Kestis, prototype Boba Fett, and
Cal
Artisan
Kestis.
Leia.
Cal
Which
Kestis would
Leia?
be-
Would you guys really care about an Artisan, a New Hope Leia?
I would.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. I think an Endor artisan Endor Leia would be the best one. They did the straight hair, but I can
Oh,
see
her
why
in the
that's-
dress at the end, like that.
Yeah, I
kind
could
of
see why people wouldn't think that that's a necessarily common one, but that'd be a great artisan straight hair look. Cal Kestis, man, they've really let us down with Jedi trilogy. They gave us that one Scout Trooper commander from the game. That was it. But Cal Kestis would
That'll
be
shut
like,
him up.
Cal Kestis would be an awesome one. And we don't really know where he's at right now, I guess, in his story. So like, I do think he's going to pop up live action at some point, and then we'll probably inevitably get him. But man, I don't know. I think realistically, we're probably going to get 1 or 2 Star Wars releases of stuff we're waiting for. The one that comes to mind is probably Darth Malgus. I think that one's like been in the, like, I do think they're just going to pop off a couple of releases that
I agree.
that are set to come out.
It's going to be like, I don't think there's going to be more than what they just showed here.
Yeah.
5
Well,
figures.
last year, yeah, and like everybody's saying the event is separate, which I don't know. Like last year, because last year we got one of those Republic Commandos. I think it was Boss Clone Commando, the Republic Commando Boss. There's still like there's Boss and Scorch, Fixer and Sev, which remember they showed the team of the full Clone Commandos. I think we could maybe get one. That would be awesome, Ryan.
Seriously,
Padawan Obi-Wan.
seriously, that would be.
I think we might get like Fixer or Sev. Yeah, like a bolt stand. I think we might get one of those. It'd be awesome if they just did both. I really like. I guess my hope would be that they would do. Marok. I would say like. I mean, it'd be awesome if we got a Padawan Obi-Wan, but I feel like Bespin Escape. Like they've done a good job of teasing figures and then announcing them rather quickly. So like another one that was right in front of our faces was Mustafar Anakin. Remember, like they showed the Palpatine and then they showed that version of Anakin and then they end up announcing him. So I feel like they've been kind of, putting the ones in that are like, they've been like holding true to a lot of their teases within Star Wars. So I think like Bespin Escape Leia would probably be the one OT that I think I would want. I don't know I think it's too early for them to do a New Hope 2.0s just simply because of it's not time for 50th anniversary yet.
What do you think
they
about
announce it really
another
early.
Lando, Steve? While we're on the subject of possible OT, like,
Ooh,
do you think?
Lando?
Yeah, maybe Lando from Return of the Jedi.
That'd be cool.
Or even honestly,
cool if they
Empire
did it.
Strikes
Cool enough
Back.
to buy?
Would I buy Lando?
Yeah, cool enough to buy. I mean, it sounds cool, but cool enough to buy.
Like what
Lando?
version? Like a skiff guard? Like
Sure.
a skiff?
Any
I
Lando.
don't know if I ever buy that trader.
I could see.
I'll
I could see
have
Empire
to
Strikes
be
Back
gifted another Lando.
rolling
Another
out.
Lando to be gifted to Steve.
I would get skiff guard Lando if I ever got the Jabba set up. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, that would probably push me to get it. But yeah, I don't know, man. It would be nice to also get like I really want like a definitive Return of the Jedi like throne room Luke Skywalker. That's definitive. But then again, that could be just another. Oh, we've already all kit bashed this figure. They do the exact same thing that we already have. There's one more OT that I forget what I was. Not OT, but Baze Malbus. He's one I would really like to see, like Baze from Rogue One.
Yes.
To go with Chirrut. That's a long time one that I feel like I've been wanting, and I feel like that's a realistic potential thing to get Baze, or to get like Bodhi Rook would be another good one. Like how they haven't completed the Rogue One team.
2.0
crazy
Jin
too.
Urso is overdue now at this
Yeah.
point. I feel like
That Jin seems like a reasonable one to happen too. So I feel like any of those are pretty realistic, but
Yeah.
I have low expectations because last year it was like Boss. I think Jar Jar was last year. Hano Vader.
So
And then was Poe Dameron last year? Was he the other one?
yeah,
Was he May the
it
4th?
was actually, yeah.
So that's like kind of the
So I feel like one heavy hitter, like I would say Jar Jar was probably the heavy hitter last year, and then kind of sprinkled in with some side
Yep.
stuff.
like I think a trooper is a reasonable
Right.
potential thing.
Troopers.
Could be another man.
Probably what it's going to be. Like I don't think it's. I feel like we get our hopes up every year for May the 4th, and every year it's kind of like, oh, came and went. To like, I think this is the biggest offering you're going to get here is these 5, but then they'll still give you like another 3, 4 more, but one heavy hitter.
I will say if for some reason we don't get any more announcements, I think we will, but it'll say we don't. This would probably be, for me, the most underwhelming year of announcements we've gotten from this year. So they need, I think, I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt, say they're going to come up with something bigger than what we've gotten so far. And if not, it's just like, okay, maybe InArt is better. I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. Tough talk. I know. I'm the last one on this panel holding out hope. Everybody else is converted to the house of InArt. I'm not there yet. I'm not there.
I think it's just
InArt's doing things differently, right? They're only pushing out a few figures a year, but they're doing figures that, you know, obviously they haven't done before. I don't know.
They got their hand on the pulse of what collectors are looking for right now, which is
I just feel like Hot Toys is just kind of recycling stuff too much and just kind of cutting too many corners. Like,
I think it's like
stuff, but InArt, I hope InArt doesn't get like Hot Toys where they want to be mainstream and push out 80 figures. Like, I don't want you to do that, because I want these figures to be top quality, you know, and premium, and everything about them feel new, you know. I don't want to get a figure that I feel like I've had before.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of that to go around lately, so I don't blame you. I mean, this year overall has been very underwhelming on the hot side.
Yeah,
on the hot
Toy
side.
That's what's exciting about InArt. You know, it's just new stuff, and it's
not totally new. In fairness, as well. I mean, BVS Batman and stuff like that, Superman. I mean, these are.
I just hate that BVS 2.0. Maybe I just hate it. So
I think it's just your note. I think it's just when you have other companies doing like high quality things, you start to pick up more on like what the corners that Hot Toys is cutting. I think that's I think it's just more noticeable when you look at like we look at like the Reeve Superman. Like that's a like
that's
just
a big one.
InArt has just been on fire lately with their figures. And they've been just putting out really good quality stuff, and they take in feedback really quick and change things. They've had some hiccups, obviously, with how they've communicated some things, but like, yeah. And then on top of that, it's just like, well, we just see Hot Toys redoing stuff or reusing parts. And it's just like, you guys are, I mean, you can do that only for so long. Like eventually, like if InArt's really picked it up a lot, and I know like, I still don't think they're like really comparable in a business sense, because Hot Toys just been around for so long, but it's not always going to,
a different way.
It's not always going to be like that. So it's nice. It's refreshing to get, I think, these like, you know, really, really good, well thought out figures versus like things that are just getting reissued or rehashed over and over that we've already have, or that we've already created. Like, it's not exciting to get something that we've already like created ourselves
for sure
for Kit Bash and stuff. So I think that's kind of where I'm at. It's just like they've just been doing some really high quality stuff, and on top of that, Hot Toys has been quiet and kind of just cutting corners on stuff. So it's just makes you notice it a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, they really have just been kind of keeping to themselves, haven't done anything. I mean, the most exciting thing for me all year so far has been Aliens, that 40th anniversary that came out of left field. So it's like, but it's weird. They announced it around the time you would think we're revving up for Star Wars announcements, which have been very minimum this year to begin with. So, you know, it's just a matter of like, is this going to be all Mandu Grogu year for us? I mean, are we going to get blessed now with some other OT stuff like obviously Graham is talking about? I mean, it's hard to say right now. Like, you can't really forecast what exactly Hot Toys' game plan is this year. And so far, everything they have shared with us has been very underwhelming.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Hammer of God says the 5 figures were announced 2 weeks after mid-May. Vader on table, Episode 2, Obi, Cody 212th, Airborne Trooper, and Chopper in disguise.
So that was like, that was after May the 4th.
Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee like May 4th they're gonna announce some stuff. Like,
sure.
Yeah, he said May 2nd they did last year in 2025. So
when
I mean,
was Episode 2 Obi-Wan? When was that?
When was it? That's what he was. That's what he just. But that was 2 weeks after. That
was,
he
did. Sorry, right there.
Yep. Yeah, it was 2 weeks after last May, like May the 4th announcements. So I would think we're probably on Friday gonna wake up to some stuff. I would think they do it before the weekend. If they do it, I mean, if they even do like May the 4th
I feel like there's been years too where we're like, okay, here we go, and they did nothing and then like later in the month it was like, oh, here's a couple drops, but like there's no guarantee that they give a shit about May the 4th. Like,
man, I can't believe Vader on table was a year ago. That is, I thought that seems like it was just announced like a few months ago.
Yeah, seriously, time flies, man. They just announce so much crap. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. Either way, they'll release and take 5 freaking months to ship afterwards.
Where's Chewbacca?
Chewbacca, baby. Thank you. Took the words out of my mouth.
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
That Beetlejuice is crazy. Is that longer than Chewbacca?
No, I think Chewie was
Chewbacca's
mid-December.
came out first.
I think
Oh,
Beetlejuice.
geez,
was
okay, never mind.
Christmas
That's even
Day.
worse then. Never mind. Chewbacca's the
So
longest.
Chewie's
reigning,
like got a week
waiting
on
on
it.
it to come. Yeah, that sucks, man.
You know, I'm surprised Dark Side Artist and Anakin has not released yet. You think that would just be ready?
Oh, I just saw. I was looking at while we were chatting. I was looking at my Sideshow orders, and Sideshow just updated the boxing preferences for that figure.
Awesome, it's paid off.
Which means it's probably going to be imminent if that's updated at this point. So,
man, where's my Winter Soldier? Where's my Harley Quinn? Dude, come on.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn was supposed to come out like what, November?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Still hasn't come out, man. It's just like lagging, bro. It's lagging behind.
Yeah, that's a long time. I should see. I'm curious as to when that Harley was announced. Was that 2024?
Is that like the red jacket version?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was 9/30 of 24.
Canceled. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, canceled as well.
Paid off.
Beetlejuice released on 12.
Paid off. Nice.
Paid off, baby.
So Beetlejuice released on 12/25. Chewie released on 12/23.
Yeah, so right around the same.
But Chewie was announced on 8/22 of 24.
Yeah, it's absurd, bro. Winter Soldier, man.
2 years to get Chewie. Yeah, Winter Soldier's another one. Like, I'm a little worried about that figure. I don't know. I hope they fix some of the issues that it had. I hope it turns out nice.
Dranger says, as a new collector, I'm scared to buy any OT. Worried about 2 bonus. I'd be more scared of the New Hope figures.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You're safe. I feel like on a lot. There's a lot of OT you can safely get because OT has a like pretty widespread.
But you got to remember too, they're putting out basically what, 2 maybe 3 OT figures a year, so the odds aren't high. I don't think, maybe next year, for the 50th they'll put out 5 from A New Hope. Maybe maybe they give you like the core. I don't know. Maybe you get a Vader that's the non-pleather material, but like,
they'll for sure do a New Hope Vader.
Yeah, so it's
we'll
like
definitely do a nylon New Hope Vader.
But I think most of the stuff is kind of safe. I don't think they're going to do a Tarkin. Do you guys think they'll do another Tarkin?
Low chance.
Yeah.
Would be cool. I mean, I think that figure's
they're
great.
doing it. Plus, with all these other figures they have to do, it's just not likely.
I think there's higher priority stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's why I just sold Han and Chewie. Those ones had to go. They were.
I hate looking at my Chewie, but
put in the listing. Yeah, this Han has a loose torso. You can like wiggle it around.
Well, my Han has a loose torso, and
Oh, what?
Uh-oh.
All that waving stuff there, huh, buddy?
He's back. You were just completely gone.
Gone.
Could you see me?
You were very frozen.
Oh man,
very frozen.
StreamYard is up to no good tonight.
Okay, you said what? Your Han is a loose torso and what?
Very tight elbows.
Yeah, mine was the exact same way.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna snap them right off.
Sold them. Those ones were time. It was time to go, and those like actually are selling for pretty decent. But I think we're gonna probably get like another. There's more Hans out there now. I'm not really worried about figuring something out for that one.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like going back to like Hot Toys kind of cutting corners, maybe being lazy. Like I could definitely see them giving us like a branded A New Hope C-3PO, but it's Return of the Jedi
and shiny.
Yeah, it's just the same figure, but just branded differently. So
they will. They definitely will do that.
There you go. Problem solved. Yeah, well.
Well.
Yep.
Oh, man,
I'm excited for that.
Orders, dude.
I hope they do a lot of A New Hope. That's really what I want probably the most right now for OT is to rehash some A New Hope stuff or just add to it. Some of those figures are still really good, but
Yeah, for like the figure they will 2.0 is like Obi-Wan. Like, come on. Like,
yeah.
the
Right.
one we don't need that was like a work of art, they'll give us a 2.0 of or something
Yeah.
like that.
I feel like, and that would be divisive as hell too. Like when it comes out, we're like, I'm gonna rock my 1.0, bro. It's way better.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Farm
man.
Boy Luke is the number one
Oh.
most necessary update of them all.
I'd say followed by
yeah.
Chewie and Han.
Yep. I think they'll probably do I think they're probably going to do the Luke and Han Stormtroopers again. But then I'll just turn my Luke and Han into Stormtroopers and
Yeah,
keep
there
them
you
in
go.
there. I think that's
That's the easiest
Probably
switch for
will.
those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Man,
there's some.
I'm thinking about your
Hopeful.
Obi-Wan theory over here, and imagine if it's like no, but imagine it's like the Clone Wars one, that the one I hate so much with the upper lip that we always fight about, Steve. Like they do that to like the Ben Kenobi 2.0. I'm like,
Well, that's the thing. They do 2.0 and he comes out looking worse
Never.
than what you had. Oh,
oh man,
I feel
every
like they wouldn't. Yeah. I don't
89
know.
Batman and Batman Returns 2.0 is flashbacks right now.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd be very curious to see what they do with a new Alec in a sculpt. That would be interesting. But who knows?
Yeah, who knows? All right, boys. Well, we're at the 2.5 hour mark, so I think we are going to call it a night before any of us goes back underwater. Steven, it was a pleasure having you on the show. You filled in admirably for Brick, and
Thanks for having me on, guys.
I appreciate
That
all the
was
Star
fun,
Wars
yeah.
talk with everybody tonight. Always fun talking Star Wars. And yeah, I mean, I think we all love Hot Toys. We just want them to step up a little bit here. And yeah, just do better. So Steve, why don't you plug your channel, where we can find you, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. Thanks for having me on. That was a lot of fun. We spent the first hour of the show basically like we're in the group chat.
Shoot
Catch
shit.
up.
Everybody, you just witnessed the group chat in the first hour of the show. So if you
That was
want to
awesome.
revisit that, go
Pretty
ahead. Yeah, you can come hang out at my show. Really, lately I've just been doing live streams because I've been so busy. But Sundays, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central, I do Sunday Showcase live show. And it'll be May 3rd. So it'll be a good, hopefully we get these announcements before that happens. We'll see. And if they don't happen, I'm considering maybe doing something on actual May 4th. We'll see what happens. But that's the next thing coming up in the pipeline. So you can find me on YouTube. A lot of people in the chat, you guys already know who I am. So see a lot of frequent visitors on my channel as well. So yeah, that's really it. I don't have much else going on right now outside of that. I'm excited to see what May brings, and then yeah, collection tour coming soon. That's all I got.
Can't even say it with a straight face.
Maybe in all seriousness, I'm hopefully like mid-year. I would love to be able to do that. I'm waiting on some more lightsabers to come in, and I want to fill some stuff out before I really want the majority of lightsabers lit up before I do it. That's one of my main goals for it. So
DLO, when he's older, he's gonna regret. He's gonna be like, what did my collection look like in 2024, 2025? Like,
Right.
oh, I wish I knew where I was at.
well, the majority of it's been in kind of shambles like half the time. So we'll
He's like,
get
these are
there.
times I want to forget.
We'll
All
get
about
there
the
mid-year.
journey, man. Like,
We'll get there.
oh, this
We'll
guy.
get there.
Wow.
DLO, how about you? You got anything coming out here?
Yeah, I got a couple things out. Just to address Steve here. Steve, I think you did okay. Only one hot take. I said 4. I was keeping count, but I'm
What was
not.
my hot
One
take?
hot take.
One
hot
hot take.
take?
I don't even know if it was really hot. Just like the fact that he didn't want Maul as much as I thought he would want it. But
Oh.
that's about it.
There you
That's
go.
about it. So average at best, Steve. Do better. As far as myself here, video, I'm gonna drop it on Friday. So if you guys want to take a look at my video, I guess I can finally say it now that it's already done. But I did a little experiment and I started messing around with ChatGPT, and I did a video basically like allowing ChatGPT to decide how my display should look. So I tried it out with a case, pretty much followed its instructions, and I want to share with you guys what ChatGPT thought my display should look like. So I thought it was pretty fun, something different. Not a like, oh, let me do another 100 video of the same figure that everybody announced and does their reaction videos. So I said, you know what? I'm going to be a little different. It's going to take a little bit more time, but it came out really well. I'm happy to share it with you guys here. So should be out Friday morning. So take a look at that. Nice. But yeah, other than that, great show. Hope we get some more announcements between here and next week. But Steve, nice. Jokes aside, it was nice to have you again, buddy.
Thanks. Thank you.
As for me, I'm gonna be. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing Friday. I might just vlog kind of like one last video here, just kind of how empty it is and how I'm feeling, because it is bittersweet for sure. So I might just do that, and a couple weeks though we'll be at the new place, so you'll see the new setup, and yeah, so we only have a couple more shows probably here, so it's somewhat sad, but new beginnings. So looking forward to that too. So yeah, we will be back next week. I believe we'll have Brick back next week, but he's going to be a little MIA here coming up with all the activities he's got. So we wish him the best, and we hope to see him soon. Other than that,
too sweet.
Too sweet.
Too sweet, everybody. Have a great night.
Have a great
Too sweet
night, and sleep well and tight.
Thanks for the support, everybody.
What? What would you say?